What is the Lala Factory?
There it is. Why isn't it? There it is. Okay.
To Sky, Session 5.
Yep.
There it is. To Sky.
There we are. Alright, is my mic still fucked there? Or... There we are. Alright, is my mic still fucked there?
It doesn't sound like it.
Okay then. We can continue with the thing.
Your mic sounds fine, but ours, please don't play it open like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my headset after this. Don't worry.
Please put your headset on before I behead you.
How can you behead me when you don't even know where I am? I am living among the stars, and you only live on the ground.
Did you just say he's living among the stars?
I don't know. I'm just in the mood for some poetic shit.
I think I
I'm
need to call a
definitely more
psychiatrist more at this point.
Psychiatrist? Who needs a psychiatrist when you live?
You do.
Anyway, now that everyone's done setting up, let us officially return to the
Wait,
session.
I'm not done yet.
Oh god, what is your malfunction now?
Just kidding.
Anyway, so after last session where our intrepid heroes
Actually, hold
finally
on, my food's here.
It's fine. I'm adding the text either way, so it's...
Hare Rama.
Our poor QM.
I'm just looking up how to add
At the
text.
start of this session, we're going to fight against the headmaster itself.
You are really
Stop
lucky.
recommending.
I haven't made a lot of character sheets because I'm unsure what level you guys would fight them at.
Level 8.
You are.
Alright,
What?
so.
I mean, currently yes, but in the future, I can't really exactly give you guys a level 20 fight when you'd only be at like level 10, depending on what you guys choose to do.
Oh, true.
Well, technically, I could. The priest, for example, was level 15, so it's not going to be that bad if I send a level 20 at you.
Yep. Because, well, set me specifically, because I'm the one that's doing most of the damage and taking the damage.
I believe max variance from player level to enemy level is 10.
Yes, that's why I only put a level 15 enemy at you.
$20 is also a big power spike.
I know, because you get the extra dice step.
Yep.
Also, is everyone ready since Ina's speaking again?
Yep.
No, I'm ready.
So, at the end of our last adventure, our intrepid heroes finally managed to beat up the priest quite handedly, impressing the headmaster once more in the process. Now, having upgrading their reading passes in the academy's library, Idea has set out to discover, and successfully at that, the solution to some of his problems. And while he didn't quite find it, he did find a solution for one of our friends here, John, also known as Corazon. We will now be seeing what exactly he found out as a sort of recap. So within the magical grimoire, which seems to be a research journal of some sorts, Idea has found something describing the relationship between a creature's mind, body and spirit. It explains that a body is just a mere vessel, which is self-explanatory to say the least, while a spirit is provided by the stream of souls. The literal stream of souls that moves between reality as it so pleases, and that when the body and spirit are in unison, a void is created which is eventually filled in by a mind. This gives rise to a mortal being. So, for example, in a mortal kin's body, for example, let's take a baby. They obviously have the body, and then you have the spirit, and then as you grow older, your mind develops. However, for Arca and demons, their bodies are composed of either spirit or flesh created through some form of transaction with the world. For example, mana being sacrificed in order to create a more sturdy physical body. So that means their minds and spirits are similarly shaped and created when the souls pass through layers of existence. However, the author notes that of particular strangeness are the entities known as primals, who are legends, folktales, stories, gods even, whose essence are created and consecrated in a higher realm, a place that does not truly maintain a physical existence, yet it can still be found shining among the skies alongside, or rather inside, of the stars. This is known as the immaterial. Yes, indeed, just as stars are distant giants of gas and heat, so are they also ethereal markers of fate and concepts made manifest, shining through the pores of reality. These primals, as the author names them, their minds are stored utterly within this higher space before descending, similar to how Arca and demons inhabit Arcanum, a vessel forged of crystals when a soul passes between the border. It also notes that the greater, or rather stronger, a primal is, the more influence it presents upon the surroundings, warping it to better suit itself. And at its core is composed of starlight, which for some reason seems to serve as a constant yet undeniable expression of their alien yet familiar nature, this being marked in quotation marks. Although what the author meant to bring attention to, you're unsure of yet. A small note at the bottom, which seems to be hastily scribbled on later than the rest of the notes, seems to note that these entities are far more vulnerable to mortal perception, especially those who are constantly venerated, and that it is possible for their concepts that compose the core of their being to distort and change as time passes. The rest of the book is seemingly uneligible, and any notes to transpose them onto different pieces of paper merely results in ink losing cohesion. This is the last thing you guys did before we ended last session.
Stupid question here.
Yes.
I have the grimoire, right?
Yes, you have 2 charges in the grimoire that you can ask about any topic.
2 or 3?
2.
2? What?
I said 3 earlier.
Oh, 3.
I said 3 earlier.
No, you said 2.
I didn't know.
I heard it
I said you only have 1 charge of your grimoire earlier. But that's just me not counting previous boss fights. In this case, I'll just say you have 2.
Any idea what font do you want?
I don't know fonts by name.
So can I ask my grimoire to restore the illegible part of the book? Maybe.
That is not how the grimoire works. You ask it a question, it'll answer.
All right, never mind then.
The grimoire could tell you how to solve the cipher. It cannot solve the cipher for you.
Would that be worth it though? That's the question.
I have no clue. Do not ask me.
Probably use it for later.
Anybody else has anything they'd like to say about this before we move on?
Wait. Corazon can do something.
I
else
have
in the
one
library, right?
question, but I don't think Idia would ask it out loud.
Corazon tries to like just store it in his memory banks. Does anything happen if he tries to like make a backup memory of it?
It
Wait,
does
what?
not. Nothing happens. You just have the memory of reading it in your data bank.
There we go. We remembered it now. Forever.
You guys anyway were going to remember it.
Okay.
It's a book. You can just come back and read it. So then, are you guys gonna do anything? Or you just
I mean,
wait?
me and Idea has already done stuff in the library. It's only Corazon who hasn't done
I mean,
stuff.
is there anything left that we want to do here, or should we just prepare to leave?
Yeah, like, what else can we do? Do you want to search any other books here? I mean, it's a library.
Corazon has not looked for any books except for on the topic of mind, body, and spirit last time, and that him succeeding the check is what let Idea find this.
Yeah.
He has not rolled for a check of his own to find anything of use in the library.
I already got our Squatia from it, and Idea already got some stuff about.
Idea found the concept of Starlight, and then he found this book that offhandedly mentions what Starlight does for a primal.
Yeah.
Namely, it lets them bring down their their mental state down onto human consciousness.
Yeah, it's Idea's turn now. What do you want to search, man? Or do in the library?
Corazon.
Yeah, it's Corazon's turn. I do my search.
Corazon, not Idea.
Do you
Corazon.
want to look for anything in particular within the library?
Like,
Me, right?
maybe perhaps an example stuff about crafting, or perhaps about robots or cats. I don't know.
Is there anything about airship making, like airship crafting?
Oh, that's
Roll
interesting.
for it.
What?
Insight plus
Roll for
insight,
it.
right?
Oh, it's a flat 1d20. Actually, no, wait, you guys are looking for something, so yes, insight plus insight.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's insight plus insight.
Just so you guys know, I don't think you lot can actually make a
Project. Insight plus insight, right?
You can build an airship with a project, actually. It's just really expensive.
Yeah.
Double.
It's a constant set of
I don't think that gives you anything here, so
Then.
you find a small guide that you think is about airships and crafting and how to structure them. But then when you look at it, it's actually just kind of it's the equivalent of a phone book, but for airship companies.
I think that could be good. Connections and all.
I mean,
Alright.
it's just a book telling where various where various airship manufacturers are. How useful
Yeah,
that
but-
is up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it can be good if we.
Do
decided
I
to
still
trade
get to ask? Do I still get to look for one more, or is that my entire thing?
You get to look for one more because you didn't do the first. You weren't there for the first check.
Okay, can I look for
You cannot look for the same topic again.
No, obviously, yeah. Can I look for a thaumaturgical book, a thaumaturgy book, specifically for metal and a spirit connections, like spirit to material connection?
Oh dear.
Golomancy stuff, basically.
You
Yes.
are going to have
That's
to explain
construct.
what is.
That is like really high level
Okay.
Golomancy, I think.
Yeah, and it's
One
construct.
of the lists in projects is one of the listed effects of projects for like the highest level of projects is possessing a full will and spirit.
Yeah, the thing is,
So in other words, you're looking to create a spirit and mind within.
He's looking to attach a spirit to a machine so that he can apply that knowledge to his own body.
yeah,
Is that what you are looking for?
that is yes. I'm just gonna ask this now. Does my trait trigger here? Because it's performed examining or interacting with machines, technology, and Magitech constructs.
No,
I
because
don't
you're looking.
think
That's it then.
so.
That's fine. That's fine. I was just asking if it does count. Right. So what's insight? Insight
Also,
again?
this is a very difficult check because you don't have access to the entirety of the library.
Insight. Insight.
You
Roll
sure?
me
I
double-
will assist.
Wait, hold
but
on.
Make this
Double-
a group check, because
Nice.
that's probably
That-
mandatory to actually succeed.
Yep. Right.
That is, it is, well, succeed is a relative term, but roll me insight plus insight minus 5.
All of us.
Oh god.
Whoever wants to join in the group check,
Alright. Should I help or not?
Minus
if you
5.
want to, not up to me.
I mean, can I use my bond points?
That's true.
Bond protection.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are getting this.
I mean, if I had a doubles, maybe.
Insight plus insight. Inspect. Minus 5. I doubt I'll get something good. We can try. Oh damn, it's 1.
Oh, hey, look,
no.
you get a +1 from me.
Nice. That's 4 in total.
No, it's okay.
It's a group check, so
Yeah.
Corazon's leading, and it's a group check.
Yeah,
I
it
was
doesn't
gonna
matter.
say
I'm
it's
still
minus
4.
5 to the final result, but anyway, you guys didn't succeed, so
I got a
Even-
10, which was really better than anything we could have ever hoped for.
the only
Yep.
thing you guys find is a generic book about a generic journal research from a first-year student from about 25 years back who tried to bond a spirit and elemental with a construct and failed. He did note, however, that it seemed to have higher chances of succeeding with materials that had greater magic affinity with it.
Is there?
Yes,
Wasn't there supposed to be music? Or...
I just switched that. I switched that off because Katie's speaking low. If you want, I can put it on.
If you want to.
I'll put it in my
I mean,
own
it's not-
This isn't really a scene that calls for music.
Yeah, exactly. Also,
Alright.
yeah, just get background music. This doesn't sound like background music.
I don't have background music because.
Problem is in
Get some.
YouTube, so yeah.
I
don't
mean,
think
yeah,
you
but
have to.
dude, I'm not getting money from this. Like, copyright isn't the thing that we need to fucking,
That's too hard for this.
no, that
Oh.
goes way too hard for.
Yeah, this is
That's loud.
this is
yeah.
relaxed.
No.
What are you doing? He's
I'm
cooking too
clicking
hard.
through all. I'm clicking through all the music I have.
What the fuck are you guys panicking for? I didn't even hear anything.
No, he's playing music.
Okay, that works enough.
Ominous
Soft music.
music.
I was going solemn, but that's fine anyway. Anyway, as you guys look around, you don't quite find what you're looking for. You get the feeling that maybe it's too high level for this area, which seems to be filled with mostly books meant for first and maybe second year students. However, you do find a book in this side which is a little out of place relative to all the other surrounding books, maybe left behind a student who's running late. But in it is a journal research that talks about how 25 years back a man tried to fuse an elemental and a construct, beings that each were missing one fundamental part of the three unison in order to see if it was even possible. It notes that while the project didn't succeed by the time of the results, it did, however, note that they showed greater signs of success when the material that served as a body had a greater magical nature, whereas ones that were fundamentally more mundane showed far greater signs of immediate rejection, with any forced attempts eventually breaking down both subjects.
Very, very fascinating.
You guys kind of need to say something.
Like,
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I've
I'm
got
just
nothing to
yeah.
say about that. It's just noted down.
But more like, alright, now what are we gonna do next sort of thing.
Yeah. Are we done here?
Well, that's fascinating. And also, what are we gonna do now, guy? Nova says that's confusingly reading the book that Idea hasn't read yet. What the fuck is that?
Alright, Nova, what is your plan? You're the one who had anything left over here.
What? I've already
You're
done my part. I'm just
You're
asking.
still the
Curzon.
Oh, I still have one more.
No, I said like this was your final thing. Do you want to try anything else? Or are you done now?
I do. It's just hold on.
Well, can I ask what's going to happen to Kabula, at least in character? We know what happens out of character, but in character we don't know.
You can ask that when you go to the headmaster after you're done here.
Oh, alright.
So
You
what?
guys are still currently all the way back here.
Right, no, hold on. There was one more thing that I wanted to check. What was it? The fucking. There's a spirit thing. There was the. Okay. What's. So since it's too high level. Okay, I'm gonna try and. I'm going to try and find a book about how. About. No. A book on fire. A book on. Fucking arson and shit. Finding a book. No, not arson. On arsonist specifically. A certain arsonist.
Why is arsonist?
A certain
Found a
arsonist.
certain arsonist about something metaphysical about fire, I think.
Yeah.
Are we searching about that guy? The
Yes.
Gate Guardian?
Yes.
Huh. I mean, we could just ask that. We could just ask the headmaster.
Quick question: does anyone remember the name I gave him?
No.
Nope.
I'm going to retcon it to be Agni then.
Oh wait, no, that was the name that you gave him.
Okay, never mind. The great minds think alike. Good job, me.
Anyways, we could just ask the headmaster that.
So you're just going to look up about Agni?
No,
Like,
specifically
are you
his
sure?
kind of like thing. He's a demon, redkin, right?
He's a Crimson King.
Yeah,
yes.
Crimson King. Yes. I want to specifically look up the Crimson King that are like him. Is he like a thing of his own? Is there like a subspecies of him?
I mean,
like different types of species?
Yes, exactly. Like, you know how in FF14 there's like clans and shit for races, right? That's what I want to see. If there's like clans or if there's like specific or subspecies to the races of the Crimson King.
Well, you know in character already that Crimson King is just an overall moniker for any living being whose ancestry was from the Crimson.
Yes, exactly. But I want to see specifically if there's anything I can find on Agni's clan or
that's what
race.
I'm saying, so
Yeah.
roll double insight. In fact, you get a +2 because it's a very common subject.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think this is very important much. At least in my opinion.
I mean, it's.
I
you
mean,
roll.
dude,
What the fuck?
You rolled. You put double plus.
Oh.
Anyway, that gives you 12, which is good enough.
Okay.
You find that Agni's race in particular is just called the Salamanders. And they originated from around 1243 years back during a portal that opened in the invasion of Ulan Das, a now defunct skydom which has since been folded into several other skydoms as well as part of the monarchy. The Republic tried to stake a claim back then, but they were still weak and were not a skypire, so they didn't have much staying power at the time. What information exactly were you trying to figure out about this?
More ars. It's more like a character gag thing for about him wanting to see what he can learn from Agni on setting the school on fire.
Well, It's noted that salamanders were descendant of fire dragons who lived in Crimson before the upheaval, and that has since adapted to the overwhelming amount of fire element in said region. Similar to how the Azure Horizon, or also known as the Sky Realm, has an overwhelming amount of water element present throughout the area. Of particular note, however, you see is that sometimes salamanders are born with extremely deep crimson scales, and those have a much greater ability to control and generate fire.
Do I see if Agni is one of those people?
The book does not show any illustrations. However, it does know that the more vermilion the shade is, the much greater the strength of the salamander probably is.
So can
However,
I?
Not many of them live to maturation, because oftentimes their flames will literally cook them from the inside out, as they are when they are young. In this case, you can probably hazard a guess that yes, Agni is one such salamander.
Alright, that's all from me, I guess. Wait, no. Yeah, that's all from me, unless you're giving me more.
No, that's really all it is, unless you want to look for more, unless you are going to ask more information.
Yeah,
that
there's...
give you within the norms of having gotten a near full success.
I mean, yeah, this is the last thing specifically. How do I say this without making it sound weird or fucking off?
Just ask a question.
How to get a clean body? Fucking no,
What?
spiritually
What does
clean
that mean?
body, because like you know how there's
Oh, he's trying to figure out how to.
Classify his robot?
Oh God, how do I say that
Exactly.
in a way that makes sense?
yeah.
Classify his robot?
I know what he's trying to say, but man, is that impossible to convey in English.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking even I'm trying to Google translate it from Tagalog as well, but it's like it's just the English words do not properly convey it.
Yeah, that is a sentiment that is impossible to neatly convey in English. Holy shit.
Okay.
Can you try the prox?
So there's this thing, right? The spiritual body, it's like cleansed, but not actually cleansed. It's just like dirty mana, right? And there's dirty spirits. There's like dirty stuff.
He's trying to make his own body spiritually pure, likely so that it better conducts his
Yes,
spirit
exactly. Like
when it's trying to merge with itself.
yeah, you like how electricity is better in not pure water, but like you know what I mean, right?
And we're starting off with deep, right? Huh.
Well, I think, how do I put this? The problem with you isn't your spirit or your mind, it's your body.
Yeah, that's the thing.
However,
like,
I
it is
think
not a
he's.
question.
I think good word for this would be to sanctify
Yes,
his own
yes.
body.
yes, that's good. So it's to better attract the spirit and the mind back to the body that's been separated. Yeah. Well, not better attract, more like better hold, better come in,
Better conduct.
better conduct and welcome. Yeah.
Sure, I guess. Roll for it.
We
Is
can
there a
help him?
malice?
Since I did this before.
Is there a malice to this, or
No, it's just a normal check.
I will actually, group check.
Oh,
Oh no!
Critical
fucking-
fail.
of all the
And
times?
Fabula at that.
can I fabulate that?
You can't, it's a fumble.
Wow.
Yeah.
At least we got
You get a
5
fabula
point from that.
Yeah,
He get one.
yeah. I'll add it to my fucking. I have.
I guess I'll try that independently,
Yeah,
You
because
can.
I can do that.
yeah. I have 7 fabula points. I have yet to
I'll
spend
see
one.
Corazon stumble and try myself.
Wait, how many Fabula points did Corazon use in last session?
I didn't.
He did.
used
You
a
didn't?
few. We used a few on your behalf because it was a really
Yeah.
hard boss fight.
Oh, really?
You
yeah,
also
but-
basically got the same amount back.
Oh, okay,
Because
then.
a lot of things
Oh.
happened.
Oh, then I still have
No,
7.
fuck the check then.
Yeah, you still have 6.
7.
We tracked it on your sheet.
7. Because
He
I
got
just...
one now because it's
Yeah,
from-
7.
Yeah, he has 7 now. He had 6.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, roll insight plus insight is.
Can I try?
I
would
will
you like to join
actually.
it as a group check or
I
separately?
will
You
invoke
don't-
my bond with
Oh,
Corazon.
God fucking damn it! Roll.
It's a 10 because bonds are a flat bonus.
Oh wait, you're invoking a bond. You have a bare success.
Can I try?
Yes, you can join it as a group
I'm
check.
Oh,
trying
yeah, actually, okay.
independently, not a group check. Since
Okay,
you crit fail,
Okay,
it's an automatic
You
fail.
have to roll independently then.
Alright, I'll try. Hehe. Rolling. What the fuck? Oh yeah,
Nothing.
my luck is just shit today.
How do I put this now? It's a book describing about the effects that mana has on. Okay, no, actually, I have a better idea. It's a book describing about how the body and spirit, like how the body, mind, and spirit sometimes rejects prosthesis, and how to better adjust a person to accepting it as part of their body. The book is noted to be available for rent.
Corazon just remembers its contents into his data bank. Is there anything that goes wrong for that?
No, I don't know why you keep asking that.
Because I doubt...
That's a
literally
normal
just-
book.
You are just
That's not gonna have
memorizing.
that.
You're just memorizing a book.
No,
There is no difference between you doing that
No.
and normally
Corazon
reading a book.
is...
Because it's
Difference
a
is-
recording.
Yes, I
It's a
am...
full recording.
Yeah.
So what, you're like doing a video recording?
No, it's like... The thing
Yeah,
is,
it's
it's recorded into my head. Like, it's properly recorded. It's not just me remembering,
Yeah,
it's recorded.
You basically have true photographic memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
It's a
still
digital
just
recording.
Yeah, and the thing is, Corazon is just paranoid because of the headmaster.
Oh.
That's a fair point, Sonny.
See?
I'm not reading your mind. Your face is just very obvious now for some reason. Don't give me that look. I'll give you a nice spanking your parents never gave you.
Go fuck yourself.
Thank me,
You
daddy.
wish.
Hey!
Everyone was
Hey,
beating this
wait.
silver fox.
No, hey, wait! I replied with anger. He like has a little smile that's all wrong, but like, yeah, he just makes a wrong
Like
smile.
the smile Arnold, the Terminator Genesis.
Yeah, like the wrong smile.
Well, anyway, since you idiots have overrun your time by about 20 minutes, he looks down at the small timepiece in his hands. I think it's about time for you idiots to come back here and discuss our future partnership.
Corazon
He takes a
immediately
deep
wait.
huff.
Corazon immediately as he gets returned.
He doesn't pull you guys just walk over.
Ah, okay, never mind. I thought he pulled us.
No, you guys just walk over. Like he says your time cards are up basically.
Ah, okay, I thought he pulled us over instead of.
I don't know. Anyway,
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
I suppose you lot have found everything you wanted in here, otherwise you'd be making far more of a racket.
Well, I haven't found that virgin sacrifice book, but I'll search it later.
Corazon
You have
just.
the hours go, Asia. What
Yeah.
do you want?
Corazon just gives him a slap on the head again.
힘내긴 해보자고.
Get out!
It's true if you ask me. Anyway. Alright then, boy in yellow, boy in red, he points towards idea. What about you?
깡총.
I found the thing I'm looking for.
Yes. Alright,
Corazon?
you're smart
Yeah.
as well.
Corazon just looks at the
Yes.
idea and then looks back and says, "I'm satisfied."
Right, now that you lot have followed in on my little scheme, I suppose I could say at this point, I've decided to extend a little bit of a helping hand. You see, I've been in need of more helpers recently. A few supply men to get things moving for me personally. You lot might... Hold on, you lot might know it as a patron. Somebody who provides you money in return for providing him service. And as you lot are now silver prospectors, sorry, he used to take care of adventurers. I don't know why they changed it these days. He looks off in the distance for a second, taking a deep puff of his pipe. Nevertheless, I will be offering you my service as patron and even providing you with a brand new airship. In return, I have some locations for you people to inspect on my behalf. Unfortunately, as the headmaster, I'm not allowed to so easily leave this hallway anymore. He walks back to
as he starts to mention that he's going to list that he's got some locations for us. Adia pulls out, well, it's not a map, it's a chart, but pulls out the map. Note down the locations he's about to say.
Okay, so you're going to the overmap in other words.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway. Unfortunately, as the headmaster of this damnable place, I'm not allowed to leave here so easily as part of taking on the title. So I'm forced to send strapping young men like you off to their pitiful little doom. However, in exchange for your certain demise, I will be providing good medical assistance, regular fees,
What?
rare trinkets, and
That wasn't me.
dental work.
That wasn't me. I was just looking. He had 45 SP and used a negative coin skill. He got all of the negative coins.
Yikes.
Ooh.
I think that's
Classic.
good.
No, just continue, man. Because I'm just doing it
Right.
then.
Anyway, so as he reaches the shrub at the end, he reaches out and pulls something, a small apple, and then he comes back to the group. What do you people think of what I told you earlier about the Six?
Corazon just shrugs and says, as long as they don't fuck with Alexander, then I'm fine.
Of course you're a fan of that tin hat.
He does. Can Corazon hear that? Can he hear the whisper under his breath? Yeah. Hearing that, Corazon.
Actually, no, wait. One second.
As he says that, Corazon loads but doesn't fire
Yeah.
a flame infusion.
Yeah, and then he
One
no,
second.
he
I'm just
trans.
thinking,
yeah.
I'm thinking. No, I said tin, but I'm not even sure myself what second word I had. Hap doesn't even have meaning in this case.
기다리는 거 못해. 100초만 기다려줄게.
Of course you're a favor of that tin man.
And then Corazon just loads the fucking flame infusion and goes into the Alexander pose mode. The one with the
It's
hands.
just like the idea of him menacingly loading the infusion and then not doing anything with it.
Yeah, he just.
Give me a break, you overgrown mad child. If I can drink him under the table, you're not gonna do anything.
He just narrows his eyes and then slowly retracts the flame.
You really gotta calm down, buddy.
Oh, give him a break. He's got his emotions back from whatever botched surgery he did. Of course, he's still a bit dumbass for it. It's not
Dumbass.
the first time I've seen someone actually survive that without being from the moon.
He just gives some finger guns.
Actually, hold a second. The headmaster snaps his fingers and you feel a small prick at the back of your neck, KD.
Oh, no.
KD slaps the back of his neck and rubs it.
As you look away, you see a small mosquito flaps away, wavering in the air. Well, not a Renarian, surprisingly, actually.
Wait, what? What did you say?
He said you're
That's
not
good
a
call.
Lunarian, surprisingly enough.
Fucking what?
You ask him?
Yes, and wait, no. Corazon just narrows his eyes and then what?
Oh, people from the moon, they were around here like, I don't know, 20,000 years back. They used to have someone lying around.
Did they have
Oh
wings
god,
or
do we have
something?
Sailor Moon here?
No.
I wasn't asking that in character, by the way.
Oh,
Same here.
anyway, the point, he lays down a small map on the table, which is far more detailed and labeled version of the map you guys are carrying. It includes places outside of the Skypire, that is the monarchy, the republic, and some of Liv's strongholds. It includes a lot of sky kingdoms that exist outside of its
실시할 따위
territories,
없어.
far
바로
more
시간다.
sprinkled throughout.
I
With a
will
lot-
say that as soon as he mentioned Lunarians, Idia immediately flipped to a different page of the book and scribbled something down.
Lovely.
Lovely. Corazon just notes it down in his memory banks as something important to go on later.
Yeah, so he doesn't. So he just like he sees the expression on your face and just offhandedly says, "There are people who used to live here and then left for the moon about 20,000 years back."
Can I ask something?
Yes, go ahead. He is openly talking here.
Since the Headmaster is a master illusionist, can we see, I guess, an example or a illusion of what a Lunarians look like?
You ask him that.
Yeah. Well, can we do that?
꿈을 꾸는 것이
Yes.
두려웠던 적이
Alright,
있나?
I'm asking that
They
then.
look. We just ask what they look like, and then if there's an illusion of it.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm asking. Do you guys ask that?
I don't, but they do.
I'd say we
Yeah,
ask
I'll
what they
probably
look
ask.
like.
I'll probably ask him.
Look like. Well, to be honest with you, I can't really say much about the ones from 20,000 years back, obviously, but their descendants look just like us. Well, a few of them are more paler than usual, but really you can't tell them apart. I suppose by your standards, they all look like human kin.
I see.
He then brings up a picture of what you think is probably a descendant, given his words, and he looks like just a normal person.
Huh.
The apple in his hand has finally finished gestating and has become 6 small statues of varying size and nature. Some of them are humanoid, some of them monstrous, but all seem to have a common design to them.
Wait,
You see,
this is out of character real quick. Can you guys fill me in on the 6 and the gods thing?
alright, so what happened was basically last time you guys asked him what the 6 evils were.
최선을 다해보지. 아니, 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다가
Yeah,
누구야?
go on.
Like, idea or idea, no, you guys wanted to say?
I
It'll
think
give me
we
an idea
asked
of what
him-
you guys. Because it'll give me an idea of what you guys remember, and then I can fill it in.
I don't.
I
oh
do
shit.
remember. Let me check the notes if I write any.
기회 아니야?
내 앞을 막을
자는 없어.
Nope, I only wrote 6 evils in my notes and that's it.
I know that they are all
야호.
the 6 evils and 6 wedges are major primals, and the 6 evils are bound to the people of the Crimson,
날 뛰어버려.
while the 6 wedges are bound to the people
그럼 이번 전투도
어,
쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Yazur.
the
신문 맛이
Azure.
있는데?
And because the
I'm
Crimson is
curious where you
so
got that second
terrible,
part from.
Actually, I don't know that second part, but that's something
You
I'm
guessed it.
surmising.
Yeah, you guessed it.
I think we were told, not in-game, but I think you mentioned in chat that the Six Evils are hard-locked into their most negative interpretations because of the conditions in the Crimson, but I don't think that happened during a session. I think that was just something you mentioned in Discord.
Let me just make sure.
늦으면 메피랑 먼저
Well, I
갈
can't
거야.
find where I mentioned it, but I will not confirm nor deny that. Instead, the headmaster will just say, "Well, the six evils. Where do I even start with those idiots?
Wait.
They're not all.
You said idiots. Do you know them personally?
Close enough." The headmaster looks a little shifty when he says that. Do you want to press him on it?
Yes.
I don't feel like telling you. Shut up and listen.
대성공이야.
He just frowns in disapproval.
그렇지.
노래 부를까?
I mean, we could just ask the. This is off character. We can probably just ask the Grimoire if he.
You can ask the Grimoire what the six evils are, yes.
Yeah, I was just asking if he knew it personally.
Maybe later when we're not with the headmaster. The headmaster doesn't know I have the Grimoire, right?
He knows you have the Grimoire. You're literally wearing it on your belt.
Oh, yeah.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Maybe later.
Well, the six evils. What you first have to understand is that except for their leader, the opponent is shifting chaos. They're all primals of a sort.
이기는 편, 우리 편.
Of a sword.
Of a sword, you say?
Well, we don't exactly know how they came into existence. They're not created by the Astros like the rest were from the war.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
Nor were they independently called down afterwards like some of the others.
Why, did somebody call the moon or something?
Why the moon?
Nah, I was just remembering the cutscene in FF14 where Bahamut spawned from the moon.
Yeah. I don't think.
했었나?
It wasn't the
That would be-
moon, it was a satellite of the moon.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm surprised you guys didn't pay attention to the other thing he mentioned, but alright.
What did you
Well,
mention?
내가 응원하는
The
게
Astros.
도움이 되겠구나.
Anyway.
힘내긴 해보자고.
그렇게 하죠.
Except for Nyarlathotep is something different. Something more evil and primordial. Frankly, we've never been able to pin down.
그럼 이번
He's the
전투도
only one
쉽게
that
쉽게 갈수
isn't
있을 거야.
currently sealed away either. You see, give or take a few thousand years back, the Six tried invading the world of us for various reasons.
적사살 좋아.
We have, they're composed multiple factions, I suppose you could say.
Like tribes?
Nyarlathotep
대성공이야.
factions.
Cults, probably.
Right.
Cults.
I'm not. That was
Probably
in character.
false.
Sorry, I just didn't hear you properly.
Yeah, okay. They compose various factions among themselves, I suppose you could say.
제대로 찝었군.
The one you met,
No.
Dogo and Nyarlathotep,
우리가
alongside.
우세 서둘러 끝내보자고.
He tries saying something, but you guys don't hear the name properly. He frowns as he says that before trying
내
to give
앞을 막을 자는 없어.
a descriptor.
하나 마무리했습니다.
Boy, he looks at Nova and that. Do you remember the giant flaming hand?
씹는 맛이 있는데?
Yes.
Yes,
Flaming
him
machine, no?
and the other two formed a faction, I suppose that you could say, that want to devour the skies, for lack of a better word. The remainder three, well, the remainder four really, don't meddle with our existence at all.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠어.
And the ones who doesn't meddle with our existence, are they malicious?
I guess the best response to that would be to call them neighbors. They still invaded
메피랑
they
먼저
still
갈
invaded
거야.
the Azure 1,000 year back. We sealed them apart and they haven't done much else since.
그렇게
However.
하죠.
I suppose the answer to that question would be define malicious.
숨기기 딱콩
From
한번
what I can
먹였어.
tell with what you've been saying so
Define
far.
neighbors, like why neighbors?
Other dimensions, I think.
이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
He takes a deep puff from his puff. What else would he call people who live right
내 앞에
next to
막을
you?
자는 없어. 자,
Like
Oh dear.
metaphysically next to us, or
Isn't that a good question?
Oh dear.
I don't like that.
You shouldn't.
그래서 카론이 안전벨트
Anyway,
잘 알고
point
있잖아.
is, the Six have always had a tumultuous history with us. Ever since the Great Upheaval had the wedges fling us all up to these damnable skies.
You say that like you say that like you were there before they were.
Yeah, give or take.
자,
Not this me, but me.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
But
다음은
not that
어디요?
me either.
우리가 우승.
Oh,
Don't
서둘러
bother it.
끝내보자고.
Don't
oh.
bother, it's just part and parcel of being the headmaster.
No. Corazon takes note of that intensely because it correlates to like the thing he has. You know, the spirit thing, because like it sounds like
하나 마무리했습니다.
Anyway, since you're going to be my patrons, what is it a word for someone who has a patron?
errand boys.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
Actually, yes, that would fit
that
with how they.
works, but that's not technically the word.
I mean, that
Yeah.
does fit with what the headmaster would call you. As my
But yeah.
errand boys, he turns around again.
No, I-
suppose that you feel
Corazon
a little
said-
bit about my existence.
Yeah, Corazon said errand boys out loud.
Most fitting word indeed. It seems you've grown a bit of a brain alongside your emotions, boy.
Good job.
He turns around once more. You notice he seems to be liking moving a lot while he quietly shakes his left leg a fair bit.
Idea has been furiously taking notes this entire time.
Corazon,
The headmaster's approval of you has gone up by 3.
yeah, Corazon just puts his hand on his head and then lifts him up for a bit to see if he's still breathing, and then when he confirms it, he puts him back down.
That's a very curious response to hearing all this, I'll be honest. Am I still breathing? Yes. Well, shit. Anyway,
I know. I was talking about Idea. Corazon puts his hand on Idea's head, and to just check if he's still breathing.
Why?
I think you
Why,
mean-
Corazon?
I think you mean under his nose then,
Yeah.
not on his head.
Yeah.
Anyway, the headmaster turns it out and says, well, I suppose if you're going to be my new errand boys, I should fill you a little in on our existence before you meet any of the others. Alright, you know about the 6 evils. I'm sure you know about the 6 wedges. I'd be very disappointed in you as theologians if you didn't.
Obviously we do. Yes.
Yeah, we do know.
Right, so in character, all you know is that they're kind of, but not really associated with the Bahamuthian fate. The Bahamutian fate says that they're basically like children that were born when Bahamut created, well, they don't call him the Bahamut himself. They either refer to him as the Omnipotent or the Sky Father. But the point is, long ago, the Sky Father created the world and he painted it in various colors. And upon painting the world furiously for 7 days and 7 nights, he fell asleep, cradled in nothingness. And from that nothingness was born the 6 wedges, who serve as manifestations of primordial color that in turn balance and, well, provide providence. However, the 6 aren't really as worshipped within the Bahamutian fate these days, with them directly preferring to go to Bahamut himself straight, or as he's known within the skies, the Sky Father, or God of the Sky in some cases. Kingdoms outside of the monarchy and the republic can live, also don't really worship them anymore. They're kind of like forgotten gods. It's very rare to see someone who actually knows about their existence beyond them being called the Six. But you also have a lot of common folk who invoke them in a lot of stuff.
Okay.
It's common
I
practice,
just
for example.
realized we forgot to do an opportunity for the crit fail back then. Honestly, I'd say
They would just save
Corazon
it.
tripped and fell and was
Oh, no,
inflicted with dazed.
No, what happened back there was yeah, that's pretty much it. He just smashed his
Yeah,
head
he
against
tripped
the
and fell,
bookcase.
and now he's inflicted with daze.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
one of the things that can happen with an opportunity. Is
That's
just
why
you
he
get a
was
debuff.
That's why he was checking Idea's head and not his nose. Anyway, so the point is that the Six are kind of like
Oh wait, no, I just
like,
realized
nobody
Daze
knows-
doesn't do anything.
카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
What?
Yeah, you're still dazed.
Yeah,
it's
it
just
just-
that your stats are unchanged.
Yeah,
pretty much. It's just a story thing.
yeah.
Anyway, the point he's trying to make here is that the point I'm trying to make here is that the Six, essentially nobody remembers what they are, what they used to be, but now they're just kind of like it's like how non-Christians swear by Jesus. Like they'll still say Jesus Christ, but they obviously don't follow or worship him in any manner, right?
Yeah.
So similarly, outside of rare cases like like prospectors, for example, when they used to be called adventurers, they used to swear by the emerald because it represented the winds and freedom, things that were very important to a prospector's ultimate goal. Of course, as time went on, it also got kind of foreshadowed and left in the dark. And these days, people just know it as like a thing in the origin myth of the Bahamusian fate. Because obviously, when you have actual gods littered around the sky realm, people are going to worship them over things that they don't really seem to exist. So you're very curious. So Nova and Idea, both of you are very curious why he suddenly brought up like these barely remembered aspects of history, while Corazon, you're just like, hey, I don't know, just give me my Alexander, man. Do any of you answer his question about if you know who the 6 wedges are?
Corazon just says I couldn't care less.
Yeah, okay. Nova, you also know who the 6 wedges are because your book lists demons who are correlated with them.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I know, new, is Bastardized interpretation of the Emerald that was basically a massive inspiration for me way too long ago and probably isn't relevant to this question.
언제나 추월할 수는 없으니까.
I'm actually curious what the hell you mean by that now. I'm curious what the hell you even mean by that now, but not time, I suppose. So he places the apple. So the apple figures that were now solid wooden statues each seem to take on a color of their own. Vermilion, followed by azure, followed by emerald, followed by gold, followed by a pale yellowish white, and then a deepish purple black. See, long ago, 20th. I want to miss my timeline again.
You're
Yes, there
getting
we are.
old.
He pulls out a small scrap of paper, looks at it, and puts it back in his chest pocket. 3,000 years ago, we had a great old war back down on the land before eventually things happened and cataclysm, or a great collapse, or a great upheaval, or whatever you fancy word you kids call it these days happened, and we all got ejected up to the sky. Now, obviously, common creation myth says that it was a result of Alexander and Bahamut. Sorry, Skyfather. He has a very derisive tone when he says that. Skyfather. It's not even really him, was it? Anyway, point
Wait, is it talking about Bahamut specifically with that, or?
all of you think he is talking about. Okay, so you guys know him as Skyfather, like God of the Sky or the Skyfather. First and foremost, you don't know him as Bahamut. Like the name Bahamut isn't really used in the faith.
Okay.
It's like how God's name is technically that whole Yahweh thing, but people just
Yeah.
call him God and all that.
다른 신나
Yeah.
노래 부를까?
So the point is, back then we had the 6 wedges as well,
내가 배고파했어.
who served as the first front line of the apocalypse before everything went to shit. In fact, he suddenly has a cane by his side. He taps on the ground. The very land you live on these days, the very land you live on, or at least some of us do, was even created by the first. Good old golden. Whatever name he says seems to be blurred out of your memory, even your recording, Corazon. When you try to rewind to hear what he said, all you can hear is kind of like this kind of blurred motion sound over it.
좋아. 계속 집중하지.
순서에 따라 대상을 제거합니다.
Well, shit.
Again, you people really need to get stronger fast.
What happened?
Would anyone like to explain to him?
재밌는
I
맛이
think I
있는데?
forgot he wasn't there for when I explained this last
재밌는
time.
맛이 있는데?
Again, I wasn't there last time at all, so yes.
Yeah.
I think it's
Okay,
like
so
a mimetic
Basically,
idea.
kind of.
Yeah,
Basically-
names are really powerful, and
Yeah.
knowing a name is somewhat difficult if you have a powerful name. So if somebody says even part of the name of a powerful being, most people will not be able to comprehend it.
Yeah.
In this case, you guys heard a sound, which is better than most.
So that's why he's saying
It's also not good enough.
So that's why he's saying we've
Yeah.
grown powerful in a short time.
No, he's
Yeah,
saying
he's
we'll
saying-
have to, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
He-
Well, regardless, the point I'm trying to make here is that there are 6 great, powerful beings who are not primals. He looks at you, idea, before
최선을
continuing.
다해보자.
Who are not
방금 벌레 말은
primals,
듣지 않는
believe
사람
it or
누구야?
not. And they essentially serve as this world's defense mechanism. They're called the wedges because they exert pressure on creation to keep it in a certain shape. They are the anchors of reality that certain concepts revolve around.
그렇지.
Those things you associate with color, fire, water, wind, even very life and death as we know it.
좋다.
Machinery,
these
metal, forging, crafting.
As a consequence of their existence, yes.
100초만 기다려줄게.
You
As
would
a
not
con-
have metal without the ground, you would not have machinery without said metal, and in turn you would not have the very craftsmanship you all rely on without the earth in turn.
So as
Without
There's
their
no life in-
existence, reality would return to the crimson.
or
The
fire, for
primordial
that
soup.
matter.
so
Yes, fire is very important as well.
so Corazon just says so. Those were made by consequence, by an origin. So what were the origins then?
You are thinking of this too, how to put this, linearly. How do I put this? In the world, okay, you have the world, right? You have the globe. Now imagine that originally it was
우리가
indistinct
그걸
possibility,
끝내보자고.
a meaningless primordial soup. Nothing really, everything, yet nothing existed at once. And then you had a jumped up lizard come down and cleave possibility into it.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Affection, evolution, tied in one divine domain. It created color, it created concepts, it gave shape to the shapeless.
And so
Also,
it
you guys have
created.
noticed his voice has changed, by the way. And then
Honestly,
it was-
when like KD mentioned Origin, I was immediately thinking of Origin from Tales of Symphonia.
Yahoo!
I have not actually played Tales of Symphonia, so I don't know what it is.
You mentioned Tales games a while back, so
Yes, I haven't played Symphonia, but yes, that was more like the whole overarching quest line that leads up to getting the most powerful item for the class.
So yeah, it would be like the Kusanagi blades or the devil arms in Symphonia. In that
Yeah,
case.
but in this case, it's you getting the zero limits.
Ah.
순서에 따라
I guess how
대상을
you guys are going to get the zero powers.
Wait, Kusanagi arms and what?
The Kusanagi blades and the devil arms. The two ultimate
It's like the
weapons
ultimate
of Symphonia.
weapons. Yeah.
Devil arms is an entire set. Kusanagi blades is a weapon specifically for one character.
Anyway, that's okay. The point I'm trying to make is that they are basically just pillars that grew consciousness later on. We are just fundamental. Even without their presence, the world will still move on, just far more susceptible to degradation.
Entropy, you could even say. Corazon just
Right, entropy is the eventual breakdown of any system. This is more like you pour water in a glass, and then you could say the water has a shape. But without the glass, water would have no shape.
It would just still be water
It's
then.
not entirely different. Child, you are trying to make me give you an explanation on a concept.
You are breaking down the metaphor. Don't do that. That defeats the point of the metaphor.
Stop thinking logically, robot
You're
brain.
getting too caught up in semantics. This is a metaphor to explain a concept.
Huh. Corazon just...
Thank you.
Corazon just...
Goddamn robot brain.
The point is that at the end of the day, these 6 wedges are important to the continued existence of the sky. You know it, as without them, the Crimson Horizon is literally just going to swallow up all of existence again. Or I guess return it to the... Oh, it's not the first time. Where you think the damn lizard got this whole place from?
Well, shit.
I don't like how that was worded.
Well, he did offhandedly mention that originally there was only the Crimson, and then a jumped up lizard with delusions of grandeur came and cleaved reality into being.
Goddamn behemoth.
Regardless, the point is, 3,000 years ago, there was a great war because... I really need to explain the creation bit from all the way back there. Let's just do this now. Honestly speaking, I'm not even sure how much of this you lot will be able to understand, but let's give it a try. You see, after the creation myth began, and the Omnipotent created the world, the ancient people, as well as the primordials or the precursors, whatever the hell they call themselves these days, who still lived in the Crimson, came out and, well, cleaved them in half. Now, don't ask me how an omnipotent being would be reduced in half. I'm not getting it either. At this point, I'm half considered he's having self-mutilation as a fetish.
Oh dear.
Regardless, the point is he was separated into 2 halves. One half continued to exist within the Sky Realm, a being now we consider as the domain of evolution. And then, on the other hand, we have the Astral God, who left far beyond the space. To space, I suppose. I'm not exactly sure where he resides now in his realm, but wherever it is beyond the stars. In that way, you can say space is the frontier between 2 divine realms. The one that we live in, he places an apple down on the table before drawing a line in between with his fingers, leaving a small trail of clear dust. And then we have the astral realm. Now you see, the act of the astral god leaving us behind opened up the original barrier that sealed off the Crimson. After all, the Omnipotent couldn't have that chaotic little soup tainting his garden, could he? Any questions so far before I continue?
Nothing.
기다리는 거 못해.
Good.
100초만 기다려줄게.
He clears the board for a second, leaving only the figurines of the 6 beings from earlier. The point is, however, that as the Crimson opened up, it was taken advantage of and sealed in between space by the precursors, the beings who lived here long before God even existed, and whose presence spells chaos, at the very least for us. You don't have to worry about them, they died in a war few thousand years back before we were even born.
Corazon eyes
The point-
Idea's arms, if you noted that down.
You what?
No, Corazon just eyes Idea if he noted that part down as well. Because he got like really
part?
the fucking died in the wars part. Because Corazon just got really off balance from that. Like, wow, okay.
But just a casual mention that an entire race of beings died in a war.
And the way he keeps saying like he was there, yes.
Okay. So to put it roughly, 15,000 years ago, those Lunarians I told you about left. Then 8,000 years ago, something happened on the moon. There was a big flash of light apparently. Don't ask me, I wasn't there for that one. And then around 5,000 years ago, the astral gods, little followers, invaded our sky. They took over a great fortunate land. I have turned your ancestors into slaves and whatnot. And that's when the first primals were created, tools for them. You must understand, the astral god's domain is one of perfection and in turn stagnancy. Meanwhile, the sky gods is that of evolution, ever-present change.
야호. 이기는 편.
Their
우리 편.
minds shifted eventually slowly, and in turn ideological differences began to sprout amongst the astrals. Once tools used for research, primals in turn began to take lives of their own. Why, there was one girl I remember. I think it's supposed it was a girl. I think by your standards it would be a tree. She was meant to serve as a mere information bank, and then she decided to take care of a forest a few hundred years later. The world changes people, and not for the better necessarily. A few hundred years later, war began. The Skylanders obviously could not tolerate
Wait, what?
the Astrals.
No, that was in character thing. That was just me getting reaction to the Skylanders. What?
No, the Skylanders are you guys.
Okay. Because I was thinking of an entirely different Skylanders.
Did you forget? Did you forget how the setting is laid out?
No, again, I'm just sleepy right now, so my brain's not functioning.
It's fine. It's fine. The war began 3,000 years ago. Obviously, the Skylanders can't tolerate a bunch of up-spaced hippies. Well, I suppose hippies is really the right word for them. They're just fundamentally a race of perfect beings who grew to become less perfect. The point is, however, that after 2,000 years of essential slavery, the Skyworlders and the Astrals had a little revolt, a little breakout. Then you had the other worlders bursting in with the Crimson Horizon, and that's how the little collapse began. The Crimson began to eat the land, and in turn the 6 wedges, he motions to the figurines on the table, sacrifice their existence, or physical existence rather, in order to create the Sky World and ensure that what little humanity remained was ejected onto it. Bahamut and Alexander in the meantime were busy fending off the actual... Well, he stops at that again as he mentions Bahamut's name again. You get from the feeling on his face that he has a sort of bitter
잘하라고 있잖아.
emotion towards Bahamut and the Skyfather, who he seems to view as different people. He's being very open his emotions, which is why I'm not having you guys roll insight or will checks or whatever.
달려라 루신한테. 정의는 승리한다.
Well, I suppose I should change that a bit. First, The Astral and the Sky God fused together to become the Omnipotent once more. Neither of them wanted a little pissing competition to end just because the precursors brought upon the end of the world after all. Damnable deadbeats. Regardless, the one thing good they did was bring forth Alexander. And in the meantime, however, us 6 wedges were forced to sacrifice ourselves in order to prevent all of their stupidity from continuing before they were ready.
Wait, did he say their selves or
upon the-
ourselves?
Us 6
Yes.
Ah,
Ourselves, huh?
I noticed that.
are you one of these 6 wedges?
전투에 임하겠습니다.
He is continuing his conversation. His back is fully turned and he's kind of starting to rant.
Oh.
Regardless, we sacrificed our very essences to ensure that the Skylanders would. Well, I suppose they were good. I suppose you'd call them Earthlanders back then. Regardless, we sacrificed everything we had to ensure they reached the sky. Or Wamdus and Wilderness were fully destroyed, their essences spread across the lands. In fact, it's what makes the skies blue, in fact. Gives a derisive snort.
최선을 다해보지.
Nevertheless,
방금 벌레가
after the
들지 않는
war
사람은
ended
누구야?
2000 years ago, we lost our physical bodies. And now, he places a hand on his chest. In order for us to interact with the world, we have to appoint champions, inheritors, those who will bear our will upon the land. After all, we no longer have the ability to interact with it physically. All we serve now is tethers for concepts, or a very figment of the world to keep running. And meanwhile, the Astral and the Sky Father split off again, creating their separate divine domains, irritating as they are. Primal slowly integrated into society, even though you still have many who discriminate against him. I got too into it again. Before you ask a question, no, I'm not one of the 6. I am an inheritor, but unfortunately in my case, not strong enough to maintain him fully.
Maintain.
So that's
he kind of stretches out his arm a little bit, and like a bit of his arm is like now uncovered from his sleeve, and you see like this sort of it's like as if his arm has become covered in like a singular white scale.
Ah,
so that's Coruscant. This isn't Coruscant. So that's why you keep saying it like you were there.
Yes, I suppose. The white is the representation of divine justice. He is the light, he is life made manifest. And unfortunately, him and the black are far more stronger due to their necessary connection. So when they are asleep, my body is even more degraded than the rest of my kin. However, it seems with the news of your reappearance of the 6 evils, it is time for us to wake them up once more. And that is why I've called you to be my errand boys.
what will happen if they wake up the white?
There is no consequences for them waking up. The only reason they sleep is because they don't have physical bodies and they're tremendously bored for the most part.
No, what happens to you?
My body will most likely be resting easier.
Ah, I see.
Not like it really matters to me to a degree. This my weaker sense of self when it comes to talking about this is more a consequence of my youth. You see, there's a dark side to the illusionist's craft, I suppose you could say. Our duty, or rather purpose, is to make the false into reality. And the easiest way to do that is through loss. After all, if you could say that if you lost your hand, then surely whatever took it must have been real, is it not? If 10,000 people died, then surely some great cataclysm happened. And so on and so forth. As such, the easiest way for illusion craft to succeed in its final goal is a loss of human life.
That makes everything.
Clenches.
임하겠습니다.
That gives
He clenches
context
his
to
hand at
everything.
that. Well, yes. These days it's quite impossible, however, for people to do that. We've
대상을 제거합니다.
stripped away, I don't think is the right word, but we've made them lose it. And in my case, I say act. In truth, there was another candidate for the white. The headmaster always succeeds that seat,
전부
but in my case there were two of us. At the end, my predecessor chose me. I believe in his words, my hedonistic nature would prevent me from getting swallowed up by law and judgment and all that frockery. Unfortunately, I am a creature of society, and as long as it must survive, for it to give me its pleasantries, so too must I follow it. Although I suppose compared to my Treya, I've gotten up quite much lighter.
우리 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
아군들이 무너졌다.
You said there were two of you. What happens to the other?
I said there were two possible successors. My fellow disciple, well, you'll find her traveling in the sky perhaps one of these days.
I'd like to make momentary mention of one of the skills on Symbolist.
Which, side-based illusions. I mean, it's not permanent illusions, but it is part of it, yes.
Yeah, actually doing the high-level illusion stuff you see would probably be an extreme at like large at minimum, typically
좋다.
extreme.
좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Yep.
Is there out of character question here?
다음은 어디요?
Yes.
아까처럼만 해.
Is this a good time or place for my character development? I guess character development,
Yes.
because my character is focusing on increasing more power, and maybe he's blinded by all understanding all of this. Maybe, I don't know.
So what do you want to ask?
Less of asking and more wanting to know more about the other wedges, and maybe trying to get a little bit of that.
Well,
guess.
he's going to continue. The point is, his voice kind of goes back to normal now. The scale on his arm slightly receding. Point is, now that you're saying that the six evils are at least somewhat active again, we are going to need... Oh, that's the fucking ant. Sorry, 1 second. Ant is back. Fuck.
Look, murder is a possible answer for an ant. It's fine.
I don't like the fact that they are crawling on my laptop. Just give me a second, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
I've come to realize Adia is not the type of person to ask questions if they think they can find out themselves.
That sounds in character.
Corazon's the opposite. He'll ask even if it's the dumbest thing that he can think of. Because if it's the dumbest thing he can think of and he asks it, if he gets it wrong, that still means that a new avenue was crossed out, and that makes everything else easier to figure out.
Nova
Learning by elimination.
pretends to not care. Nova pretends to not care, but
Okay,
if
just
it...
quick 5-minute thing. It's falling down.
Sure.
Give me a minute.
What's falling down? What happened?
정신이 물
Oh dear.
작전파 완료.
그래서 카론이 안전벨트 잘하라고 했잖아.
I'm gonna go get a drink. If he comes back while I'm gone.
I'm just
Alright.
gonna finish this hard dungeon while I'm
앞을 막을
doing that.
자는 없어.
유효타. 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
전부 찢어버리겠네.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
걸려라.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어. 야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
신속히 처리하죠. 소란이 줄었네요.
정시 퇴근 가능할 것 같군요.
빨리 시작하시죠.
늦으면 레피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
I just realized, with how I plan to flavor Symbolist, Adia's symbols will be like small, artificial demons. Like carbuncles in Final Fantasy.
But demons. Or do they look exactly like carbuncles?
They look like small stars. They're
Mm.
tiny stars that hover over the head of the person they're on.
순서에 따라 대상을 제거합니다.
But in terms of metaphysics, they're basically carbuncles.
유효타 좋아. 계속.
Made out of stars then.
They aren't complete enough to have spirits or minds, but they sort of are embodiments of concepts. They're just also really tiny.
Okay.
우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고. 시동 걸어볼까?
다음은 어디요?
Since you know how primals are
날
in the stars,
Yeah.
맛이 있는데?
Idia is essentially drawing an image to evoke a concept and then turning it into a very, very tiny star.
So like Final Fantasy does with summoners. But stars instead of just taking a piece of the primal. But then again, the
it's
primals are the
essentially
stars.
creating entirely new concepts and demons, but they're also too small to actually have a mind or spirit.
Oh, I don't.
Baldur's Gate 3.
I have a very bad feeling about floor 5.
Say what?
I have a bad feeling about floor 5.
Maybe I'll find my form empty again. And my form empty.
최선을 다해보지.
I'm in the 4th floor boss right now and I just got the wood.
My form empty. You back? Is there? Oh. Oh, I wanna play Baldur's Gate 3. Do I wanna buy it or do I wanna pirate it? Fuck.
그렇게 하죠.
전부 지져버리겠네.
500. It's 500.
걸려라.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
God damn it. And Armored Core is gonna come out
이 안에 담아주지.
In 2 weeks,
this
yeah.
month, isn't it?
2 weeks.
Why is it so close to one another? God damn it.
What? So close to what?
그렇지.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, well, I don't play that one, so I'm free for Baldur
Then
for
Baldur's Gate
Armored Core.
already out.
No,
Yeah, Baldur's
it's
Gate's already out.
모든 결과는
okay.
파우스트가 알아요.
Anyway, I've just about cleaned my stupid thing of the ant.
We're waiting on Ina.
Yeah.
Eden should be already back, right?
I'm here. I've been talking.
Oh,
Yeah.
말은 듣지
never
않는
mind
사람
then.
누구야?
Anyway, back to the story. Where was I? So the headmaster revealed his true nature as inheritor of one of the six.
Yep.
Do anyone remember when I was sick last?
Nope.
I was asked last?
I don't
Ina?
remember now.
I don't think we
Uh,
asked anything yet.
yeah, we didn't ask anything. I was just asking if
Oh yeah,
my
you were asking if you like. Okay, yeah. Anyway, the
Captain
point of what I
Kirk
want
woman.
you lot to do is
순서에 따라
you
대상을
will be
찍어옵니다.
going to certain locations in order to fight primals. You will get their core shards, and then you will go to certain locations that I will tell you then afterwards, where you will feed these core shards to certain locations, and then we will see if that wakes up my visibly shakes himself at that. My
적당히
wedges
힘들
kin.
기회 아니야?
Wedgekin.
There's a certain there's a certain order we'll have to go through. However, as much as I would wish to wake up mind first, we must go in the proper order to ensure the primacy of disguise. Nevertheless, since I've already told you all this, you've entered into a verbal contract with me in order to repay the weight of the information you heard.
Hey!
He snaps his finger and 3 sheets of paper appear in front of each of you, which offer very good contracts for relative prospectors. They offer good service, they have medical insurance, dental even, which a lot don't have. And in general, it's just good quality contracts. They ensure your payment after each service is due, allows you to do independent contracts of your own without having to report to him. It avails you services relevant to your mission at hand. In other words, if you would really need to, you can go to him and ask for help, and depending on what it is, he'll give it. Just in general, it's laying out the details of what he would do as your guy's patron, and what you would be entailed to do for him in return. Also, if you don't sign these papers and agree to help me, you're gonna lose your memory of everything we just discussed. I cover my tracks very well.
Can we
Corazon
discuss
doesn't
forensic
hesitate.
funding?
Do a better job then.
No, Corazon doesn't hesitate.
I mean, Adia reads them. Don't tell me what's on them. We'll be here all day.
I said, it's just it's better. Okay, I'll just generalize it for you guys. It's better than what you already currently have signed.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Adia
Alright.
reads it carefully, considers what's on it,
그래서
and
햇솜
signs it.
안전벨트 잘 알아고 있잖아.
Very good. He snaps his finger again, and the sheets kind of burn out of reality for showing up in a small box on his side. Now then, I suppose I should be telling you more about the divinity in this question. After all, what you're going to be fighting is quite related to them. Give me a second to pull up my notes on these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I said, give me a second. I just need to pull up my notes.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
늦으면 메피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Okay, let's see where is it. Right. I figure I should say this, but another name for the two gods, Sky and Astral. Well, how to put this? Creation and destruction, I suppose you could say.
가자.
The one in the sky, Oz, I suppose you could call him,
순서에 따라 대상을
is destruction and regeneration, while the other is creation and perfection. That's why the beings in the astral are inherently stagnant, while ours over here are always adapting. If you wondered why those damn fire rats from 100 years ago are still such a damn plague, you can blame him for everything.
The fire ants?
The fire rats.
Fire rats.
Yes.
Okay.
They're more of a problem in the monarchy from what I've heard. I think the Republic has those, what are they called? Lightning rats?
Yeah, those things are pests.
Oh, you meant those
Corazon, this is
things.
something you would know.
No, yeah. No,
Wait,
no. I was just about to do a bit about it.
Corazon is also Republic, your monarchy.
Yeah, Corazon was
Wait,
just
is it
about to.
monarchy or republic? You said monarchy.
No, Republic.
The monarchy is fire rats, Republic is lightning rats.
Yeah, I was about to do a bit
Ah.
about it.
Well, the point
싱싱한
is...
풀이 보이네.
I put this...
Okay.
Things work on an axiom of sorts. So in the sky, we obey the axioms of destruction and rebirth,
최선을 다해.
whereas in the stars,
방금
or
벌레 말은 듣지
above,
않다는
I
사람
guess, at
누구야?
this point, they obey the axioms of creation and eternity. The reason this is relevant is because the beings you're going to be facing down have taken evolution to a frankly ridiculous degree. They are some of the oldest primals in the sky, beings who've come to enjoy fighting us mortals, so much that they've chosen to they took God's power so that they could keep fighting us for longer. You have to put it this way. They're
They're
fighting
battle
us.
junkies.
Put it in a better way, they love mortals, which is why they are not a problem despite being frankly stupidly strong and otherwise a threat to humans. But every few years or so, one of them will come out of seclusion and start fighting everything that moves and breathes. Thankfully, it's not a problem so far. I say that, it's been a few thousand years at this point, 2000 to be exact.
이 전투는 승리.
It is annoying, surprisingly, to explain these concepts to people.
좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Especially if we don't know any context, yes.
It is what it is.
좋은
It is what it
선전은
is.
아니야.
메피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
머리 좀 식히고
Tease
다시
what it
가보자.
is.
Somebody smacked a bird.
Ow!
Corazon smacks him, yeah.
Just a second, let me just figure out what I should go with next before we continue. I should have organized my notes a bit better. Oh yeah, don't worry about the moon people, by the way. They're not really relevant to anything anymore.
What?
What people?
The moon people, the
We
Lunarian
just went
guys.
over this.
The Lunarian
Oh.
idiots I brought
Okay,
up a while
okay.
back. They
Oh, yeah.
left around 12,000 years ago. They're not much of an issue anymore.
Okay.
Well, I
okay.
say much of an issue, but even I don't know what they were doing. The white wasn't awake yet at that point. In fact, we really only woke up because of the mass influx of souls. Basically, it jump-started their minds.
그렇게 하죠.
Before that, they were not mindless, but they were just mere concepts. I'm digressing for the point again.
Yep.
He roughly shakes, like he grabs and shakes the figurines in his hands before placing a new array of beings down on it.
Now who are these
If
guys?
you had to choose a being of
언제나 추월 수는 없으니까.
a tremendously strong monster slash primal of a certain element, which would you rather choose first?
Wait, could you repeat that? I didn't hear properly.
자,
The mic cut out.
If you had to fight a being of a supremely powerful element, which element would you rather fight first?
Ice.
Water, I guess.
Okay, so both of you said water.
I said ice.
Yeah, water and ice is the same,
Yeah,
right?
water
Ice.
is ice.
Okay, then.
Water is ice in the system.
Okay then.
I need.
Yeah, I
second
still
to
say
think on
ice,
that.
but like yeah, water then.
보이는군요.
I still say
대박
ice.
먹었네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
He slaps one figurine in particular.
Oh yeah, no ice. He's right.
Oh, so I was right.
Ve-
Ice.
A big illusion fills the right side, the left side of where you're currently standing. This will be your first hunt mission, then I suppose. Cocytus, the frozen beast.
Fun.
You're going to have to kill him and take his core so we can try and reawaken Wamdus.
Oh, we heard that name.
We did, yes. Care to enlighten us, Ina? Cause
Oh, you heard. I'm not surprised all of you have bits of her inside of you.
she what?
Bit of her?
80%. Your body's 80% water.
Oh,
언제나 추월 수는 없으니까.
Also, what do you think makes the skies blue when there's no ocean?
mm. Mm.
What's with that? KD.
I know that's a Corazon thing. He's very like annoyed about that.
그 자식은
I mean, you're not the one who has 80% blood in his body. You're a half robot, Corazon.
I mean, oil still has.
Oil's-
I'm sure oil.
Actually, I
Oil's
don't
still a
think
liquid.
oil has
No,
much
oil
water in
isn't
it.
water.
It
Oil
doesn't have
is
water, but
Oil-
it's still liquid.
no.
Oil is
I
more
mean,
of
if
an
it's
earth
liquid, the
than
concept then.
I'd say yeah, it's more earth than anything.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
it's
oil is
liquid, the
more
concept,
earth.
sure, but like oil is
As-
more earth.
Yeah, it's no like you guys are thinking of it just as that, but like when people think of water, sure it is blue, but what like they also think of liquids. And what is liquids?
Yeah, but
Anything fluid.
yeah, but oil is more of an earth part than more water.
I mean, sure, but it's still a fluid in this case, so you are still subject to it.
했어요.
그래서 카론이 안 잡을
My guy,
Yeah.
he's,
때 있잖아.
this is a being that literally rules over it, like that is not even ruling over it, it's literally the concept, the foundation of existence.
The foundation
I
of
think
liquid, not water.
Look,
가자.
do not be so pedantic, okay? You're ruining the metaphor.
I'm not being pedantic. I'm just curious.
좋아.
I mean, yes, the point is over here, it is namely water, but it is also just like all concepts associated with it, including in this case fluid.
All right.
Anyway, the point is you have to kill this guy, and he marks a spot on the map, which I'll put on the map, actual map later. You have to kill this guy, rip out his core, and then you'll have to find the inheritor of water, or the blue, I suppose. I mean the Azure in this case. He's probably in the Republic. I heard he's running it. I heard this generation is running an orphanage. Last I heard.
Corazon
Oh,
just
dear.
like crosses his arms and looks away.
What do you have against children, Corazon?
I just think they could
I
be better.
kind of hope he's in a specific spot on the map for the Republic side, because it would be really convenient if he's in one specific island to get him on the way to the treasure island.
Corazon just thinks that it'd be better for people if.
Quick thing, you remember the treasure island is towards not southeast.
Because I'll demonstrate
it's
when we get to the world
southwest.
map.
It's southwest compared to the Republic's southeast. I just like to remind you guys, but alright, I understand what you mean.
Oh wait, I thought the Republic was to the northwest.
Republic is the green spots, Monarchy is the blue spots, Academy is yellow, and red is live. Also, as I mentioned this earlier, but as consequences of like there being more kingdoms and all now, each like
Wait,
dot
4?
is essentially a king. I told you guys, since we moved from like just 1,000 years to more than 20,000 years of history, because
Okay.
of consequences of me creating a timeline.
Yeah.
Each dot essentially is like one kingdom's worth of island land, like on the overmap. And the blue is just like really big, which is why they're empires or skypires rather.
Where's the? Hold on. Oh, I'm not in the Discord. Yeah.
I'll put it on your map 1 second.
Yeah. Could you just
Like the scale is unchanged, but the point is like each dot is basically a kingdom now in
Okay.
terms of like land size.
Okay. Okay.
So if you guys are stopping on a normal island, that's the equivalent of like a town or a city. But like anything that has like a physical presence on the map is just flat out a kingdom.
I think you're thinking more
Hey,
like
does it-
small country than kingdom.
No, kingdom in this case, because literally a kingdom.
But yeah, this would be the route we'd take to the treasure island, probably.
That is most likely the case, yes.
어.
I have to. I'll
헐,
probably
배터리
put
교체.
I'll probably put
됐었나?
GM Lair Island there later.
Wait, so there's 4 kingdoms now? What?
There are okay. You have the empire, which is called the monarchy.
Yeah.
The republic, and then you have live, which is live.
하룬,
Mhm.
기다리는
And
거
each
못해.
dot,
이틀만
before it was like
기다려줄게.
major towns, but now since they're empires, they are just flat out kingdom sized.
Okay.
Because you can't be an empire without like
They're
dominating a
territories
bunch.
and provinces rather
Are
than
scaled.
cities and towns.
Yeah,
Mm.
basically they're all scaled up. That it doesn't change the fact though that there is always a need for more land, obviously, but it is just scaled up now.
Okay.
Anyway, so in order to make sure you guys get around the skies a little faster than your dinky little shitty adventurer W, I'm going to be giving you guys my old airship. It's a few
Neat.
years behind service, but it's still a damn sight better than anything you idiots have probably gotten your hands on.
Neat.
순서에 따라 대상을 제거합니다.
Yes, Corazon. Neat.
I mean, I've seen some pretty nice airships, but that was a long time
계속
ago.
집중하지.
약점 파악 완료.
He takes a look on you and says, "Alright, you're
아이고,
probably
잘
livestock,
살려줘.
aren't you?"
Wait, does Corazon know that already, or is that new
재정비를 해보는
information?
게 좋아.
Hello?
I think Ina is thinking right now.
Wait, you asked me a question I was expected to answer?
He asked if
Oh, I thought that was rhetorical.
Oh. Like, does Corazon know that already, or does he not know? Or does he just learn this now?
I'd have told you at some point.
Okay, then we can just leave it there.
I mean, there's not really a reason for him to hide. the
Yeah,
fact
I mean,
that he's
if,
from Liv.
if you didn't know that, it's not because he is hiding it.
But most likely he
It's
didn't
because
forget
they just straight up never found the opportunity to tell you.
that, or
And there
he
was never
didn't
really
care.
a need to bring it up either.
Yep.
Well, it's rare seeing one of you idiots out there, I suppose. Anyway, Corazon, stop jumping over the table. I swear, it's like high school all over again with you idiots. He takes a sip of water to moisten his throat. Anyway, any questions you'd like to ask me about your objective before I start marking it down for you idiots? You don't have to worry about doing this for a while. Getting my airship refurbished for you will take a lot, so feel free to do whatever you want for the next month or so.
How many total gods do we have to kill?
We have a thing to do for the next month, don't we?
Yes, that is. He knows that. He's seen the treasure map. He's just politely not saying a word.
Corazon asked how many gods in total do we have to kill?
Bruh.
None
They're
of them
not
are
gods.
gods, but there's
Not
some
like
really
I'm not
powerful
saying
elemental beings.
no, I'm not saying it as gods, you know, literally. I'm just saying gods.
No, it's gods. It's gods
Godlike.
figurative, not gods literal.
Yes, yes.
Godlike.
Yeah.
Anyway. Give or take probably 6. I wouldn't be surprised, however, if one of them transforms on you again.
Again?
They are pinnacles. They are pinnacles of evolution, Corazon.
I mean, doesn't mean I have to like them.
He gives us
Bruh.
kind of soft chuckling laugh at him. Unfortunately, they're a lot purer than most people would find. They're at least straightforward in what they want from the world.
On that,
And
on
their
that,
love for
yeah.
mortals.
That, unlike that, I can agree with.
순서에 따라 대상을
Well,
찍어
regardless, some of them, if you take it long enough, or in this case, probably once you've killed enough of them, well, you might find a stronger version of them at the end. But on the other hand, they'll give you good materials.
Fucking god.
It's Monster Hunter. Let's fucking go.
Well, it's less primal hunt. Well, it's less monster hunter, more like god eater, considering the setting.
좋아. 그렇지.
Proof of evolution main manifest. I wonder what will come out this time on
포기하지만
top.
말자고.
Can I ask a question?
Yes? Yes,
The
boy in blue.
bruh.
Oh, wait a
the-
minute. I just realized something about Corazon in this context.
Yes.
Yes?
He's constantly upgrading and improving his body.
끝내보자고.
Yes, that
It's
is.
via machinery, but still.
Yes, you're getting the reference now. Yeah.
And my point is that that's a interesting parallel, since he's probably going to be the main damage dealer in these fights.
Yep. I wonder when I can start cutting off tails.
But my
I
point
think
is
that's
that these are
I think that's
constantly
just an
evolving.
opportunity.
Yep.
But yeah, my
Anyway,
point
yes.
is that these are constantly evolving and changing beings, constantly
These are primals,
seeking
by
and
the way.
seeking and carrying out self-improvement. But so is Corazon.
The
Yep.
funny
It may
thing
not
is the
be
only-
a natural form of self-improvement, but it's still a similar nature of
No,
self-improvement.
it's practically the same as what Corazon is doing. They're
What?
they're literally stealing. No, this is a natural evolution. This is like self-adaptation type evolution,
해보자고.
where they're literally stealing God's power in order to become stronger, so they can keep fighting the mortals.
Do you think
So,
it's
yeah,
stronger to
as I
fight
was
the
saying,
mortals?
They're
Basic-
direct mirrors of you, Corazon,
Ah,
narratively speaking.
yeah, narratively speaking.
So basically, 3,000 years ago, when the Astrals went to war with the then Earthlanders, a lot of the primals were basically reconverted into war machines, or were made as war machines and also doubled as research gimmicks. But the point is, a lot of them were fighting against mortals for a long time. They eventually developed free will and all that, because when you go from a divine axiom of perfection and creation to destruction and regeneration, you eventually gain free will. Who would have thunk? But the point is, in this case, 6 beings at different points, like in the world, all around the same time got the same idea of, I don't really give a shit about the Astros. I just want to keep fighting with these mortals, and I need to be stronger because if I don't, then I'm going to lose, and then I can't have fun anymore.
Do you fear losing to mortals?
No, they didn't fear losing the mortals. They feared
They
not
didn't
being
want to lose because if they lose, they might die, and if they die, they won't be able to fight anymore.
Oh, okay then.
No, they're not worried about dying. They're worried about becoming weak enough that they can't prove to be a challenge to mortals anymore.
Oh, okay.
So basically, they want to be a non-stop challenge so people can keep fighting them because that's what they find to be most fun in their life. And they're not really a group, but there are 6 of them.
I'm
This
probably
one, the headmaster. This one, the headmaster informs you, is called Cocytus.
우리가 우세. 서둘러.
OOC, I'm probably gonna have like the next emotion clock be him finally getting the thrill of the battle or something. Corazon, I meant.
Yeah, that
He
makes
is-
sense. That's actually, that might be quite a bit later since we have the Treasure Island arc first.
Yeah.
Something might happen there.
Yeah, no, it'll be like if the emotion clock comes from a
But
battle,
yeah, I can
then
absolutely see
The headmaster also shows you guys an illusion of what Cocytus used to look like, give or take 1,456 years ago. If the image will load.
So the one on the right is what he looked like before, or
Yeah, the one on the right is what he looked like before. One on the left is what he looks like now.
okay.
Wait, is
It
it
looks
like this a she?
No, it's a he.
What? No, it's a river in the underworld. There is no gender associated with it.
Yeah, it's the myth is that it's one of the 3. I think there's 3 major rivers in the underworld. In
5. There's 5 encircling
5.
Hades: Styx, Phlegethon, Leth, Icon,
Phlegethon.
and Cocytus. In this case, it's also it's also related to one of the circles of hell now.
Wait, Cocytus
case,
isn't
you take
the...
Yes.
Cocytus isn't the holder of the blue? I thought.
No, Cocytus is the...
방금 벌레 말은 듣지
Wait,
않는 사람 누구야?
did they drop a name for these beings? Point is, it's the one of water.
I'll just call them
The wedge of
actually, that's a
water.
good point. I need to
Call
think
them
up a name for
weapons.
them. Now that would be very funny, but no.
Arsenal?
I'm shitposting. What are they actually called?
I'm thinking. Give me a second. Shit. The name's in my head. Give me a second. It's just taking a second to load. Crucibles. They
Yeah,
are
that
primals
works.
of the crucible.
Yeah, this is the crucible of water and ice,
Mhm.
which are the same thing, elementally speaking.
It's just water at this point. Just
Yeah.
call it
Yeah,
or just blue, not azure,
blue.
or cyan,
Blue,
whatever.
water, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, honestly. But yes, the point is these are the crucible primals. I've been fighting these guys for a lot of years, GBF, so get ready for some bullshit ass bosses.
Damage dealer and damage taker ready at the action.
I'm probably going to give them damage sponge abilities. Because they're going this guy, for example, is going to be a two, like one of those ones where it's like 2 enemies that are supposed to be as one.
So like the dreadnoughts, got it.
I would not be surprised if one does the thing Diamond Weapon does in its fight in FF14, where it casts off all its armor and has a second form it can switch between with an entirely different shape.
Who?
그래서 카론이 안전벨트 잘
Funny you say that because that was my idea for a completely different boss.
Oh, that's just fucking neat, I guess.
Here's the fun
is-
thing: if it has a different sheet, it's considered a different character or a different creature, even if it's the same
전투에
character.
임하겠습니다.
Really?
For things like Soul Steel.
Ah, okay. I mean, I guess we can get some advantage to it.
Anyway,
That's
in this
mostly
case,
a rule that exists for like recurring villains getting new characters, getting new NPC sheets. But I think it would apply in this context.
in this case, however, he is just going to be two separate characters operating as one.
그럼 이번 전투도
Like
쉽게
the
쉽게
upper
갈 수 있을
torso
거야.
and then the main body.
가슴 가장 깊은 곳까지 박히도록.
Like, I don't know if you noticed, but he has two heads.
Yep, I see him. One humanoid, one on his penis, or where his penis would be.
야호. 이기는 편, 우리 편.
Right.
But it's not like they need sex after all.
Didn't the headmaster refer to Cactus by female pronouns?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I asked. Yes.
I'm pretty sure I said Wamdus was female. I mean, I referred to Wamdus.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was
pronouns.
Whamdus that was
Yes.
female.
Oh yeah, it's different.
소란이 줄었네요.
Because I said
어제
she's
손나라를
literally in
열심히
all,
쏜
like
보람이
she's literally in every single one of you.
May I ask a question?
Sure, go ahead, man.
Yes, you may. You can even use the grimoire if you want. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Please use the fucking grimoire already.
Please use the
Oh.
grimoire. Actually,
What do you want me to ask? What do you want me to just tell me?
I mean, actually, that's the thing. Is that like, wait, what are the questions related to? Actually, that's an important note.
See, I know.
Yes,
if I have
the
a
one second.
questions have to be
just tell
related
me.
to the thing that unlocked them.
I
No.
mean, yes.
I don't
When
think
you
it's.
make a well,
Where is
they-
the high fantasy perks thing again?
actually, I think it's in natural fantasy, in the
Natural
normal
fantasy.
playtest stuff.
Which book is it? One second, I have to open it.
But yeah, it's supposed to be a danger of discovery, but it's been changed to just be
늦으면
major plot
내가 먼저
element
갈 거야.
that being introduced.
It's just a very easy way. I found it. Mysterious Grimoire. Yeah, so normally
Yeah, it
it's
has to be
danger or
concerning
discovery.
the thing that unlocks the question.
Yeah. In this case, however, it's after every like boss fight, you get one charge of a question, and then you can freely ask me a question on a particular topic. But it has to be you have to say what it's related to, and then you can ask a topic.
Oh god, it's 10 questions and almost 3. That's a lot.
You have access to 2 charges right now.
Yep, you will
All
get
right.
1 questions over the course of the campaign.
That's still a lot, though.
So, yep, the first one you
and
got
once
from
you ask
like
all of
session
them, you get a
0.
heroic.
A heroic, and in this case, I'm going to also give you awakened consciousness.
승객이 딱콩 한번
Shit.
먹였어.
It's not. It's going to be. It's just going to be an NPC that travels with you. It doesn't get the whole spells thing. Your book just becomes sentient, and that's it.
I thought I can choose.
이 전투는
No,
승리.
you get the hidden magic. thing.
Basically,
like,
you
actually,
get hidden
you
magic,
can
and
choose.
the book
You can choose.
exists as an NPC.
No, 1 second. You
이기는
can
편,
choose, but
우리
if you
편.
choose hidden magic, the book just becomes an NPC.
But if I chose awakened consciousness?
If
If
you
you
just
take
wait
a-
in
if
consciousness, you get the benefits in the thing. If you
Yeah,
don't,
that's it.
it just sort of exists to talk and doesn't participate in combat at all.
Pretty
Alright.
much what he said.
모든 걸
Well, if you guys have any questions you'd like to ask about this or anything else, I
if-
brought up this
Yeah,
entire
just
thing.
tell me if you have any questions to ask
I've
about
gotten
the
everything
book.
I could want.
Yeah,
done.
man.
really don't
Yeah, I
fucking
think
get
we're
you.
ask about-
out of questions for
You
now.
can ask about other characters, including the giant mecha thing you guys accidentally brought into
Oh
being
yeah,
in
that
session.
thing. I should probably ask about that.
That should probably be ideas asking, not me.
No, the idea wouldn't ask. It would be Nova.
Because, again, I wouldn't care.
I mean,
I mean-
you guys. I mean, actually, you probably would care because it's a giant mechanical monstrosity of a god that just suddenly appeared out of a teddy book.
Hmm.
I mean, out of
Actually,
a-
no. Adia would be the one to ask, because Adia was the only one that heard its fucking name.
Oh yeah, that as well.
That's true.
So yeah, well, that
Right, because you
thing
literally
in the
burnt out
memory
your
scape.
eyeballs looking at it.
That thing in the memory scape. I heard its name.
Oh wait, it was in.
Diaspora.
Then I didn't hear it. Then I wouldn't have known about
no
it.
clue what that is, actually.
The you know, let the I think
It's not associated. I know what you're referring to. It's not associated with him, though.
It said,
외근
Oh no.
and I forget the exact words, but it stoked its anger and contempt and told it to rise up as Diaspora the Machine God.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm safe.
Okay, I'm going to just look up the actual thing that I wrote.
Yeah, I
that time.
forget what you actually said. I'm just remembering the outline.
Hey, Ars,
On the
guess.
chat
Hey,
here, right?
hey, Ars.
Open the chat.
Yeah, I am opening the chat. Yes.
Hey, Ars. Guess who I got from my
Yes,
boss?
guys.
What?
Guess who I got from my boss?
What?
The
My
centipede.
foreman?
Centipede.
Oh, centipede.
Centipede's pretty easy.
It is.
Easy.
That's why I'm
Easy as
praying.
shit. I don't even-
Yeah, that's why I'm praying to
Yeah,
God right now.
Centipede's one of the easier ones.
Exactly.
Just
That's why I'm
also the
thinking God
Age of
right now.
Centipede is really spooky.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking
It
God right now.
typically dies before it can actually do anything in its last phase, but its last phase is terrifying.
Yes.
I've never actually seen his last phase yet. Anyway,
You have to see its last phase because it does it when it hits 0 HP instead of dying.
what?
What?
When it hits 0 HP, it does different moves. It doesn't die, and then it gets a status with self-charge. And then it attacks a bunch of times, expending its self-charge, and
Oh,
doesn't
that
die until its self-charge hits 0.
Yeah, I forgot about that thing. Yeah, anyway, so what Nyarlathotep said was, "Rise, rise, rise, be heard, be cursed, be spurred, be yearned. Repay your malice with spite. Drown these false skies in oblivion." The automaton god diaspora thing was it calling out basic.
Oh.
So you remember how you had stars for eyes for a bit last session?
Yep, that makes sense.
You saw its true name. You didn't hear it.
Oh, I thought it was called it out by name,
No,
which is
that
what
just
led
happened.
it to Sift.
No, it just got called out separately. If you remember, I did say in chat that you guys literally rolled the wheel to see what you would get, and I rolled the option that shocked literally everyone on field, including Nyali.
Which was?
Alright, yeah, I guess the mentions that to the headmaster and was like, what was that about?
Which was what?
I have no goddamn clue.
Wait, which was? What was?
Basically at the end of the boss fight, the boss fight wasn't actually the priest. It was the goddamn book golem who, if you remember, clubbed you over the head a few dozen times.
Yeah.
Really big one. He kept living and he would not die. Several times. So instead of having to deal with that, I had rolled a die off screen to determine what would happen, and he basically became the sacrifice for a god. I say a god in quotation marks, by the way. Anyway, the headmaster goes, "I actually have no damn clue what that is. It's definitely not a primal, and it's not a demon or a well, it might be a construct actually. It's closest to a construct. Like this weird, it's not even divine related really, it's in between axioms from what I can tell." Alright. Reminds me of the moon, if anything. The damn bastards. They exist between perfection and change. Just like the moon itself. Ever present, yet constantly shifting in its forms.
How quaint.
Oh, I just realized maybe why it's called Diaspora.
Why is that, Ina?
Because all of the at the time it was conceived, all the Ladarians had been displaced from the moon
억지로도 맞았나?
to the sky.
접근이 더 강해진 것 같아.
In like
Very
the
interesting theory.
diaspora.
Very interesting theory.
I mean, we could ask
Anyway,
the Grimoire, maybe.
you guys don't know if it is from the moon though yet or what it is. So you guys can always ask the Grimoire what it is.
Yeah, I'll mention that Adia only likes to ask questions about things they suspect they can't figure out on their own.
I think this is a situation considering one of them.
Yeah, this is
someone
absolutely a situation for that, but now I gotta figure out how to word it.
화끈한
Go
계획이라고
ahead,
생각하는
take your
거야?
time. In the meantime, the headmaster turns around to you two and basically asks if you have anything you want to ask.
Yeah, I want to
I
ask
feel like
something.
Nova would probably be poking at the illusion right now.
I already did, like, the first time it exists.
지금 바쁜데.
Well, that's good to know my
anyways.
instincts were right.
Several questions, actually. First one,
Yes, go ahead.
the headmaster specifically says that we're gonna fight six.
처리하죠.
Alright, I've
Yes,
figured it
yes,
out.
yes, it would. Let's hear the question.
What is the nature and origin of the machine of the automaton god Diaspora?
That's actually smart.
Word,
By
Roy.
nature, what exactly are you trying to ask, by the way?
What is it?
Very good. 1 second.
That's one
좋아.
one
어떤
question
걸
down.
정하겠느냐?
9 more to
계속
go,
묻히자.
but only
Okay, so
one of
the
them will
book,
go.
the book, kind of. So currently, it's like a normal letterbound book, but as you ask the question to it, actually, actually, you guys wouldn't know how it works. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, so as Corazon, like as Nova is just like holding it right now, he's just kind of like absentmindedly trying to see if it opens. It's like shut with these weird reddish leather strips. All of you over here, idea absentmindedly just mumbling in the air. Just what is diaspora? You see the leather strips burn with this kind of pure white energy kind of just emanating from it, the strip slowly tearing apart before it snaps open, and the book from this kind of faded reddish color becomes this sort of ornate black and gold. Letters on it appearing. Access Akasha Terminal 31. Accessing input unit.
What the fuck?
Oh dear.
점검할 거라도 생긴 거야?
Querying time unit number 3. Interviewing space unit number 27.
지금은 조금 바쁩니다.
I'm Lunarians, I guess.
Repeat question. Repeat query.
What is the nature and origin of the machine god Diaspora?
점검할 거라도 생긴 거야?
Querying. Displaying results for Diaspora. The Automa god Diaspora, also known as Unit 13 the Disperser or Unit 13 the Purger, is a large cluster of next-generation machine cells that are capable of assembling units at molecular level.
I forgot to say something. As the book opened, Adia immediately snapped away from taking notes, looked at it, was like, oh, what's this? And slowly walked over to Nova, looking over their shoulder into the book, and then asked the question when it asked for the
Nova's
query.
just surprised on what the heck did this book just. Why are you turning it on now, bro?
The headmaster is also just flabbergasted looking at it right now. Anyway, so The automata god Diaspora, also known as Unit 13 Disperser/Purger, is a large cluster of next-generation machine cells capable of disassembling objects at molecular level.
Oh my god, they're
Each
nanobots.
machine cell... What?
They're nanobots?
Dude, wait for the explanation to be done.
Each machine cell consists of microscopic cilium acting as manipulators, which are responsible for disassembly and subsequent bondings of singular molecules into shape or form, allowing machine cells to roam about freely in the atmosphere. Diaspora is usually located within an underground network of central axis. It is responsible for teardown, storage, and molecular alignment of refuse, purpose of extracting basal substances. In the year originally it was it was intended for the purpose and repair of machine cell supplementation of damaged automagods. But as technology advanced, it came to be redesigned as the 13th. Its ultimate goal is to be redeployed in Sky
방금 벌레 말을 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Charge over. Please try again.
What the fuck?
Oh shit. Corazon said that and fucking Nova just said, well, shit.
In the bottom right corner, you
How'd
see
you pull
it right.
that out of the immaterial?
I don't know, it was just a science experiment, okay?
I wasn't talking about the book. I was talking about what we just learned the thing was. How did that come from the immaterial?
You know, that's a good
The
question.
question is as good as...
I have no
Fine.
idea.
In the bottom right corner, you see in bright red text, warning, warning. Access is limited to those with high security clearance in central access, which you do not have. Please abort access immediately and explain to leadership why you're referring this. Ignore this warning and you will suffer a severe penalty to your central access rank.
Oh, dear.
I disregard those wordings every single day.
Yep.
At least I used to. But I definitely disregard those wordings whenever I see them.
The headmaster is looking very flabbergasted in the back.
Yeah, actually no. As soon as that wording pops up, there's a look on Adia's face that brings back memories.
Well, I guess we have a Lunarian construct roaming the skies now.
Oh no.
Well,
Is that a
guess we
good
have
thing or a
Lunarian
bad thing?
construct roaming the skies.
계속 몰아붙이자고.
Horizon?
Is that a good thing or a
How
bad
old do
thing?
you think I am?
뭔가 기분이 좋아 보이는 것 같아.
Very.
카론
I am
기분
217 years old. Do you know how long ago the Lunarians were here? 12,000 years ago, and literally an entire world away.
Oh, another world-ending threat we're
I'm
gonna
more
face.
concerned about the fact that this thing is called a disperser, and is the 13th of whatever rank they have.
The thing that strikes me as odd is this is, as it's described, a mostly physical machine. How did Nyarlathotep pull it out of the immaterial?
You
Again.
guys have one more question.
That's not something I'd ask as a question. Cause
I'm
that's
just no, I'm not saying this. I'm saying in general, you guys have one question left. Remember that.
Cause yeah, that's just something that
thinking-
strikes me as odd. It's like this is
Akasha Terminal 31 powering down. Thank you, Master Astral, for utilizing this component again. Please have
Akasha.
Oh god. What the fuck were those
yeah.
portals?
I mentioned that to the headmaster in character.
Coruscant just out loud says Akasha? Like Akashic?
야호. 이기는 편 우리 편.
the Akashic, fucking, I know what you're referring to, but how do I put this? Theosophy does not really exist in this world, so the Akashic records also don't really exist. So for everyone, this is a new concept essentially, like what Akasha is.
Okay.
Oh, so
You
this
can't
one
really
doesn't
have the Akashic records can't really exist if Theosophy doesn't exist as well.
Ah, shit.
This is kind of like one of those cases where it's like, if you really think about it, in a fantasy world, people shouldn't really be saying goodbye because it's
God be with thee,
contraction
yes.
of God be with ye and all that. But in this case, it's a lot more specific, so I can't really have it be there.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is though, Akasha, the headmaster scratches his beard. I think there's a primal called that. He sticks his finger inside of his head as he says that. And starts winding it slowly. Let's see, Akasha. I'm not finding much about it. All I know is it is a primal, but not much else. You know what? I'll be adding that. I think I'll add that to your little list of tasks here. Clearly, whatever book you have over here is connected to it. If it's a primal like this, which seems to be interfering with time and space, it's no doubt powerful. Keep an eye on this book of yours, Nova. I think it's frankly far more dangerous than any of us would think right now.
Well,
Bro,
that
it's
master said
flabbergasted.
that.
Did you say
Who's
Corazon?
from?
No, I was asking if he was flabbergasted, like completely still mouth open. Like what I mean.
He's kind of visibly pulled himself together.
Okay.
Also, fun fact, I've kind of posted who this
우리가
is
우세.
before.
서둘러 끝내보자고.
Or at least the entity related to
Yeah.
it. Don't worry about it.
You've mentioned Akasha before, like a couple sessions ago.
Not really, that was more you asking if something was like the
Yeah,
Akashic record.
it's like if I know that concept
is-
exists.
Yeah, you
And you mentioned in
you
response
would-
that Adia would know that there was a primal named Akasha, but not much beyond
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I've also posted a picture related to it, but you guys wouldn't know who it is, so don't worry about it. And, well, I guess that's enough surprises for today. Do you guys even have an inn over here?
I don't believe we do.
What did he ask?
If we have an inn.
Well,
don't
he wouldn't
believe
have
we
a
do
house
yet.
here. He
Really?
waves his hand and like in front of your idea there's like a small floating pass kind of thing. It's like a weird ticket. And he says, just you head to some inn in town and give that its credit essentially.
We
let you
actually
stay
need
in it.
to buy new IP, by the way.
We just put it on his credit. Put it on his. He leans like a bit with his
So we
hands.
need
Yeah.
to buy new IP because I think I used 3 on an elixir and Corazon used all 8 of his.
Yeah, he did it in one attack as well, which is incredibly amusing.
Wait, what? What did you make me do, Ina?
You did
fought-
the thing where you 2-weapon fight with superiority point and attack 4 times.
Really? In one turn?
난 이제 시작인데.
Because he was lethal.
Neat.
That's why you got pissed. He was talking shit and you had lethal.
You did like over half of his HP with the first hit. You killed him in the second, and then you just brutalized him with the third and fourth. In character, I described it as you pile drivering him 4 times with an open hand. First
I think
shot
you
took
pile
out
drived him 3 times and then point blank railgunned him with the last hit.
Actually, that is better. That actually sounds better. So what you did first one was he tried blocking with like his wing protrusions. You broke them off completely with your first pile driver. You tore him in half with his second. Then you placed it on the side of his jaw and completely wrenched it off with a third. And then into his open mouth hole, you shoved your face railgun and blew him off.
My face railgun? Oh yeah.
The face gun.
Yes,
the
yes, face gun.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of that idiot priest, I forgot about this. He pulls out a giant book.
꿈을 꾸는 것이
In fact, the same book
두려웠던
that
적은
idea
없나요?
you remember seeing plop
부럽네요.
out of the priest's corpse, and that was acting as his heart in the memoryscape. You see, this book is actually pretty important. Why, it's in fact a living guide to all of the Six's location. He jingles it as he says it.
Awfully
Unfortunately,
convenient.
it's also
제가 앞장서도록 하죠.
well, there is a reason we had it sealed with him in the first place.
Oh, yeah,
Ah.
I guess that would be extremely dangerous in the hands of someone not prepared to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
In the first place, you guys weren't supposed to be able to fight him, but you kind of did, so in the end, I guess it's useful enough. Nyarlathotep probably wanted to take it so he could eat. Well, he can't really eat them.
알겠습니다.
How do I put this? He probably was going to use it to try and get to Bahamut. I mean, the Sky Father. Unfortunately, that doesn't really work because we divorced that idiot like thousands of years back. It's not an exaggeration to call him a deadbeat dad.
We have. That's something that I'm going to explicitly mention noting. Well, I'm implicitly noting everything. I'm going to explicitly mention noting that.
Yes, please note that the Omnipotent is a deadbeat father.
It's that the Wedges divorced him 1,000 years ago is the thing I'm noting.
Few thousand years ago.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, he does nothing at all, and he and that stupid astral idiot are just having a pissing competition. Meanwhile, we have to try and fucking patch up this world's error holes every time. He's just kind of grumbling as he starts unlatching the giant white book.
Oh, yo, real quick, I just got Versalt R Corp from the gacha.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
That's good.
no, cause I'm just looking at bioelectric induction procedure, and apparently the suits take on their life.
Yeah, it drains their life power,
Okay.
lifespan, whatever.
Yeah, continue,
Like,
continue, man.
It basically, it just basically burns their life force in order to generate the electricity, like the bioelectricity needed to like move the suit.
Okay, just continue with the thing. I just wanted to.
Yes. Anyway, so he mentions that basically the astral god and the sky god are too busy doing their little pissy fight to really, and they're not even bothering with the world, and the wedges are what are like basically trying to balance it now that they're awake, or rather when they woke up. Speaking of which, you, Nova, have you met any man with like strange purple hair and bandages wrapped around their head? Maybe a metal
dear.
cast? Maybe a metal
Oh,
cast
dear.
on their hand?
Isn't that the guy that we met in the bar? In the
No.
beginning of the No.
No. He's just completely like literally every part of his body is completely wrapped in bandages. And I already said his identity is a guy. He got his name and identity stolen by a demon.
Oh,
Of-
yeah,
I
that
remember
guy. I
Mm.
forgot.
And then he hunted said demon down and skinned it alive, and in the process took all the identities it had also stolen in his lifetime.
Stealing?
So he stolen, not stealing. Basically, if you remember in the very first session, you guys met a guy whose body was covered in bandages, and he's like the guild master of this area. The reason his name and like face changes every time you meet him is because his original name and identity was stolen by a demon, and then when he hunted said demon down, he skinned it alive, and then like turned it into a pile of bandages, and that it now he now has every single identity that it had also stolen. He is still wearing those skinned bandages. Who did not let up with his hatred for even a single year. The demon is alive in said bandages, by the way.
Damn.
Honestly, it's not even mad. It's just it's impressed with how much that guy went to kill him. Anyway, back to this. What is I saying? What was our tangent? Alright. Nova, as you hear that, you feel like that sounds very, very vaguely familiar. Roll me a single insight check.
Why not double
Singular.
insight?
Singular, because it is like at the corner of your memories.
Okay. God damn it, it's D8 as well. That's good.
For a single second, you hear a cheerful voice in the back of your head. Hi, oh Logia, this. And then it just as quickly disappears, leaving you wondering what you had even been thinking about.
The hell?
This is basically like you know, like you get those very random flashes of memory, and you think you're going to mention it to someone later, and then when you actually sit down to like write about it, you think, what was I thinking about? You basically got hit with the equivalent of that in character. The point is, you feel like you know what he's talking about, but you don't. So what do you say to the headmaster?
Maybe I'll just say that something passed my mind. Something vaguely passed my mind.
Well, I was just thinking, it's felt like you had interfered with time and space before, so I was wondering if he had showed up. Well, it's not really important for you guys to worry about in this case, at least. Just remember, if a man matching those descriptions I mentioned shows up, to treat him with some respect. He's an idiot who should take care of himself more, but he is one of the most important persons in the world right now.
Okay.
Do you, or
he takes a deep breath of his pipe and lets out an equally deep amount of smoke. Something like that. I guess it would be wrong to call him our leader.
he just like gives a understanding nod at that. Like, I get you.
Really don't, but let's move on. So the good and the bad news is that every time you lot fight the Crucible, you'll have to take the core to whichever inheritor it is. Bad news is I only know of 2 inheritors of this generation. The good news is, on the other hand, he shakes the book, which has now significantly less seals than it did prior. This should lead us to each inheritor of the new generation. And before you ask me, no, we don't meet up with each other. Deltroid is just an
club or something.
No, Deltroid is just an exception. He is older than I am. And I'm exceptionally old for being a headmaster as well. Most of us usually go insane and die around 140. Yes, 140 specifically. Meanwhile, no one's seen the Black's inheritor for a few thousand years. Well, I guess 2,000 to be exact. I'm not even sure if she's had one. He said that no one's ever really seen the Black's inheritor, and that he's not even sure if she's had one over the last 2,000 years. Well then, hurry up and get out of my house. I have things to do now. Shoo. The illusion of cocytus on the side disappears. Alright, if you see any of them evolve mid-fight, make a note of that. That's their xenoform, as we call them currently. The theory is they're gonna get another one in the future, hopefully not anytime soon.
The what? No, out of character, but the what?
He said that if you see any of the Crucible primals evolve, make a note of that and then try and remember as much of the characteristics after the fight.
Okay.
Because so basically they've gone from primal, primal to what he said was xenoprimals, and that there are scholars theorizing that they'll evolve again to a different state of being in the future, and that he really hopes it doesn't happen anytime soon.
Okay.
Anyway, you guys are now in the academy. I mean,
Alright, I have deducted
town.
30s in it
Yeah.
for buying IP off camera.
Yep, and I'm also back
You guys
to...
can do whatever the hell you want now.
Actually, I think we can end here for now because it's 3:23 a.m. here, and we've gone for 2.5 hours.
A session is 4 normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
How
mean,
about we go for half an hour more so we can at least
Yeah, sure. Let's
Yeah,
reach the
let's
airships.
go this time.
Yeah, let's
area.
reach the airships.
reach the overmap section, and then we
Yeah,
can end off today.
Yeah, let's go.
Probably with me hopefully doing one
There's
GM
probably
session.
nothing much to do in town. Just, buy IP and then
Yeah.
maybe rest.
Okay,
I
if you
think the
guys
IPs are
If
free.
you guys are gonna just if you guys are just gonna time skip this, I might as well do one GM session before we cut to you guys getting
Yeah,
ready to go to
that makes
Treasure Island.
sense.
Yeah.
I've got to chart the course, though.
And
I'll have to
question,
chart it, but I'll probably be the one to draw it out.
Okay, I have a question for you guys. Heads or tails? Choose as a group.
Heads.
That,
Yeah, heads. I was gonna say heads.
Alright, fine. Okay, roll a 1d2. Right, heads it is. So this is happening simultaneously as you guys are all buying supplies, getting up in the morning, sleeping, whatever the hell you're doing. 1 second.
oh wait, is this the villain interlude? I guess.
It is, yes.
We got a +1.
Lower the
fabula
volume.
point.
I don't know if he's a villain or he's doing
Could you lower the volume?
Oh wait,
You can do it on your own, by the way. Just go to the gear thing and then under audio and video. Because I put it on 35.
But yeah, Azure, is
It's not
this
for
a
you.
villain?
No, it is not a villain. You guys do not
Okay.
get a fabula point.
Okay.
How do I lower volumes?
Go to the gear and audio and video.
Audio video. Actually, 1 second. This is not the right sound.
Lemao.
Give me a break.
I thought we were introducing this character mid-fight to show off what they're capable of.
I mean, he is still showing a mid-fight. It's just not the right song.
So go to voice and video, and then what?
Turn down
Output
audio
volume?
and video, master music volume level. Under audio
Yeah.
video chat.
I don't have a master music volume on audio chat.
It's in the gear under audio and video.
Yep. Go to the tabs, the one with the chat
Alright,
thing, right?
Shit, I don't think I downloaded this one actually. I'll do a quick MP3 of it. That's slightly embarrassing, but oh well.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
Yes, enjoy your little break while it lasts.
Here, I'll screenshot it.
I will. Okay. So, in this scene currently,
That's
this
what I have.
cloaked man is
Not
out,
Discord, roll 20.
Oh,
Wait, what did you
roll
guys do?
20.
Yes, why would you be on Discord doing that?
I thought it was in
You
Discord.
dumbass.
We're playing music in
How?
Roll20, not on a Discord bot.
Ah, never mind.
You don't even have a Discord bot on this server.
No, we don't.
Anyway, so while I'm setting up the music, I'll just set up the scene as well. So you see this man cloaked in a figure. It does little to hide his transient beauty. His muscles bulging aesthetically through the sheets
Mm-hmm.
as they billow out majestically before him. What you don't expect, however, is the sheer amount of corpses that lay around him. All of them ancient, withered, and brittle, once great beasts brought low by time itself, intermingled with smaller, more humanoid corpses. Some of them
Oh, fuck yeah,
clearly
he's a high-level entropist.
right. The man himself, however, is half buried inside the earth. Is around him are like these shards of like black metallic obsidians, serrated pieces scattered around him. Some of them buried, some of them slightly loose. It seems like as if a landslide had happened in this area, dislodging this ancient mass, a sort of graveyard underneath. The music is out. 1 second. How do I add this?
Oh, there it is.
Fuck, it's loud. Has it come? No, it's not in the damn thing. That's strange. Okay, there it is. Give me a second. Man blinks awake, his eyes fluttering about as he seems to adjust to this new world around him. He groans and stretches as he pulls himself out of the soil, clawed fingers easily tearing up the loose soil. How many years has it been? He suddenly shifts his eyes looking skyward as a near how do I put this, transparent beam of pure white light emanates in the sky, invisible to most, but not to him. Singularity of the crimson. Seems my counterpart has been born into this world once more.
I don't want to set
What?
Come on, who did that?
That wasn't me.
Ours.
God damn it, Oz.
I'm the
Yes,
only one who hit the
yeah,
green
man.
circle.
Dude, I'm using my headset. What the fuck? How did that song even get into there?
I don't know. Anyway,
Sorry,
as he looks up, he seems to mutter beneath his breath. Still, all three of them together, boy in blue, the boy in red, even the singularity. What a pitiful joke. I'm sure if Lucifer were here, he'd laugh even harder than this. I suppose it's up to me to put this right. The man gets up, the black serrated metallic shards surrounding him, forming a sort of wing upon his back. And as he steps out, a sort of purple aura begins to emanate him. What I see. So this is why he lived. Seems like from Astral, I now have the job of being a champion. Oh, lovely. Come. Take me where you will, Fedil. The man begins to tear and jump his way out of the severely deep pit, which on closer inspection seems to go down for hundreds, about thousands of kilometers. And yet it does not seem to reach the bottom of the island. If one were to look deep, deep down within that pit at the center, they would see a crimson whirl. And that's that for that guy.
Oh, he's not a villain.
No, if you might ideas. I mean, I don't get idea, not an idea in this case. Enos probably guessed who he's supposed to be, like champion wise.
Probably one of the inheritors.
Yes.
I didn't. He was either an inheritor or a champion of an inheritor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure rules apply of him being a
Champions.
champion, right?
If he was
Champions
the
and
champion of an
inheritors.
inheritor, I'd suspect that he
Champions
might be
and
being set
inheritors.
up to be Nugger's character when he shows up.
If
Champions and inheritors are basically the same thing. The only difference is one is basically how do I put this? Just think of them as basically the same thing when I think of what the actual difference is beyond me being an idiot and saying two things accidentally.
Oh, I thought the champions were people acting on behalf of a inheritor since their movement is limited.
That's specifically for the headmaster because he's not limited because he's an inheritor. He's limited because he's the headmaster. It's like a king can't exactly go out on normal business doing whatever he wants, can he? He's a body double at least for that. He still is normally the head of what is essentially the Third Empire. Also, he is surrounded by a bunch of idiots who would gladly murder the shit out of him. Cough, cough, agony, cough, cough, the rest of the professors. Anyway, to be exact, there's not really much of a difference between champions and inheritors. Inheritors are more like people who have directly heard the will of one of the wedges. Champions are just those who have their power.
from a primal or at all?
The wedge.
Okay.
Wedge.
Okay, so the difference is champions haven't heard them, but inheritors have.
Yeah, pretty much. For example, in this case, the headmaster is a champion of the six. Deltroid is specifically an inheritor.
Okay. Do we know or?
Green.
Yes.
Which
No, it's golden. How did you think emerald?
I
I literally
thought
wrote
he
in
said
his
gold,
sheet the
though.
golden.
Yeah, it was gold.
Damn, man.
Your trash. Your
Just
trash.
remember. No, but seriously though, how did this sound transfer into that? I'm using my
I don't know.
headset.
Anyway, we're moving on. We don't really care about me just joshing you about it. You guys want to head to the overmap now?
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything?
Yep.
I mean,
Coruscant,
Fiat.
KD.
Yeah. I mean, Fiat
You're not
gonna
speaking.
buy an
correct?
IP.
Fiat speaking. I'm using the fucking headmaster's credit card.
That's perfectly fine. You guys really actually do me a favor. All of you roll. Whoever's using the headmaster's credit card for anything aside from the in purchase, roll me a 1d100.
Okay.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
The morning after you purchase whatever you did, you wake up with a wet balloon falling directly on your face.
It doesn't affect me because of my metal.
You still got splashed in the face with water.
I'll
Still
take it.
slightly irritated over that.
I'll take it.
And the point is, he has so much money, it doesn't really matter what you buy. He's still irritated you didn't even bother asking though.
But I literally told him about it earlier during the meeting about how I'll
You
use
did.
this.
You whispered to Idea. You did not say a single word to him about it.
I thought he heard us.
No, you whispered to Idea. He heard about it, but it's not like you told him directly. That's just being rude. You don't overhear people's things and call them out on it.
I thought he was going to.
He has some semblance of human decency. Not much, but it's there.
I don't remember that during that class.
He says this is the point where he says he would have if he had slept with your mother. Unfortunately, he only fucked your dad.
You know what? Good for you.
Anyway,
Wait. Before he like, if he can still talk, like, wait, is he talking about my actual dad or Alexander?
Why would you think Alexander is your father?
No, as in like no, like to mess with him basically. Like he doesn't actually
No.
think Alexander is his dad. It's just to mess with him.
Alexander
anyone
isn't
actually-
his father biologically. He's his father religiously.
If anyone is going to fuck that tin campus creep, it's probably Galleon. Who are you idiots suddenly hearing all the names now? I'm not even going to bother telling you which is which. In character, there is a very good reason why you guys can suddenly hear all the names. I'm not saying why though.
It's fine. Right. Can I
I already figured it out.
And what
you
is it?
probably did. Send me a DM if you want to confirm it.
What? Okay. Then.
Why not tell us?
Actually, since we're
I mean,
already
if he doesn't
here,
want to say it out loud, then he
Yeah,
can just send it in a DM.
that's fine then.
Alright.
Actually, since we're already here on the overmap, I wanted to ask if I can do the project thing. Since we're gonna take a month, right, in game.
We could have do the project in the village, you know.
No.
Him saying you're going to take a month isn't because that's how long you guys will take to reach this the
There will probably be a
island.
time skip after we
It's-
finish the island and then
Yeah,
head back.
it's how long it'll take for him to get the ship ready and like all the contract bits and like you guys being officially his errand boys and all that.
Oh.
He is again normally the head.
I'm
of an
scrolling
entire
all the way up to see the string grab of the. Wait a minute, I have it on my PC. I can just pull it out of the folder.
Right. So.
I don't need to scroll
The
up in
screen
Discord
grab
to
of
find
what?
it.
Speaking
The
of
screen
which,
grab
I
of
should,
the Treasure Island region.
yes. Speaking of which, I should shove Niali's picture also alongside Dogu. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 by 6.
Right. Shit. Ina, what do you think of a project thing that allows me to? It's not really an accessory. It's more like this thing. You know the fucking. Hold on. Let me get the book. You saw that like construct follower thing on the PDF.
Yeah, you want to make the Gatling Golem out of the book, don't you?
Yes, except instead of a Gatling Golem, it's just a enhancer. Like fucking a portable enhancer. Just adds +1 to the infusion.
I don't think
To what of the infusion?
he wants to think about how it would work mechanically, and also damage
No,
on
like what-
projects isn't
what do you-
numbers, it's minor,
What do you
major,
mean by +1?
massive.
Accuracy
Yeah, I
specifically.
know that. I've seen that, but
I
Accuracy,
don't
not
think you'd be able
damage.
to get that, but you could
I don't
say,
think that works as a
Mm.
project.
Right, then it's
You
fine.
could have something that does minor damage whenever you do an infusion,
Like whenever
but
you
that would
land,
be
like,
expensive.
Yeah.
or
yeah.
you could reduce the price by making it only happen if you landed a super effective or whatever.
Yeah, if you...
I mean, I wanted to suggest that, but like, the thing is, I thought that would overlap with upgrade. I mean, not upgrade,
I
the deep
mean,
pockets.
honestly speaking,
Here's the thing about
The what?
projects is that projects are not equipment. This is
yeah,
a good thing.
they're unique items essentially.
Yeah.
They exist and they don't take up any space in your build.
Yeah, I guess I guess I'll just go with the first
to make
thing
up
I
for
thought
this,
of. Yeah.
permanent projects are really fucking expensive.
Yeah. I guess this is what I guess I'll just go with the first thing I thought of before just adding the numbers. I wanted to do a project that allows me to reduce the IP cost of infusion. Infusion specifically, because it has
I
to
don't
be
think you'd be able to do that.
no, because if
I
it's
don't think you definitely don't have enough money to do that. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief.
shit then. I guess do I
I
get
guess you could count it under major for provide long-term energy.
Yeah, that's
but that's a
yeah,
stretch.
Yeah, that's a stretch. Looking I guess the mixer drive is but I don't have the fucking
I think this is a case where you keep your ideas for the future and we come back to it probably after you finish the Treasure Island arc and get more resources.
Also, you should think more about how narratively you're achieving that effect.
yeah.
What form narratively does this project take? Like, what it lets you do is the endpoint.
Charging
how
bay.
you achieve
Oh,
that.
charging bay. Charging bay. No, cause is
Well,
no
anyway,
no so
since we're not going to be
I
having
guess
a
an
project, who wants to be
ammo
the first?
pack
yeah
that lets you carry extra ammo.
that's specifically for
mechanically
infusions.
manifested
Yes.
As infusions.
Yeah.
But with the flaw
I
of
could
it
see-
giving you a vulnerability.
Or I was
Of
just
it
Honestly, I could see
exploding if you take damage you're vulnerable to.
yeah that's
Dealing major damage to you.
I could see
Yeah.
it as something like if you get like to 0 IP points once per scene.
I see it
you
being
get,
that, like, if he takes
+2,
damage he's
+3.
vulnerable to,
yeah
it explodes
explodes.
and deals
Yeah.
major fire damage to him.
which I mean
Yeah.
yeah
Like, literally taking way too much ammo and roll of tanks. or
yeah
War
except
Thunder.
yeah that's the thing was it wasn't going to be an item. It was just again extra
Yeah, it's not
charge.
an item, it's just something he has. It's an ammo box
Well, not really an ammo
integrated
box.
into
but-
his body.
Yeah.
I
that-
think this counts as medium then?
I mean, it's
Provide short-term energy?
Yeah,
it's just short term. It's like a
it
backup.
would be a medium individual permanent. So it
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
be
So you decide how many.
200 times 5 is 1,000, and if you do the explode thing,
Yeah.
it would be 500,
Yeah.
which is
Also,
affordable.
Pretty much.
wait. You also gotta decide this
Yep.
real quick. How are we doing the number? Like, are we doing this like infusion charge or per IP?
I'd probably say it's essentially
say
just
it
having
lets
an
you
ammo box,
do-
right?
A few infusions for free.
Yeah, no, because the thing.
Either it lets you use like
No.
the first X amount of infusions free,
Yeah, exactly.
or it's something like when you reach 0 IP, you gain back X Y number of
No,
times.
hold on, because I was thinking of it being like the first ammo set before the IP points, because it's incentive to get rid
So
of.
what, like first 2 shots you make with infusion are free essentially?
I
Something
mean,
like that?
no, I guess I was like thinking of
First 2 shots in a day. Okay,
more like
I've got it.
scene, because
The
it's a
first
rechargeable
two-
pack.
Well, we can discuss this between sessions.
Yeah, sure,
That's
sure.
when you're supposed to discuss this sort of thing.
Yeah, sure.
There's a channel for it.
What's your idea? What's your idea?
I'll post it in the channel. Hang on.
Idea.
Okay, then In the meantime, then, you guys get to officially do your first travel roll. Wee.
Weehee.
Not really.
Chiggy
I think
bricky.
we did a travel roll before, right?
Not yet, no.
No?
Not in the last 2-3 sessions, no. You
No,
guys
I
did a
mean from
travel.
the
No, you guys
tutorial
have a travel
island.
roll, like the tutorial one, but
It's
like
because
after
you
the
said,
tutorial, this is
yeah.
your first time.
Okay then. So what to roll?
It's probably going to be idea rolling because he's the only one worth actual damn with traveling.
I
What's
thought
what's the
not a
dice for it?
team.
He has all the stuff that reduces travel roll durations.
Mm.
It's currently a D6, so somebody roll it, I guess.
Idea, right?
Hold on,
Yeah.
I was typing.
Alright. Also, I want to check. Does this sound appear?
Let's fucking go!
Lemao. Get fucking
that's
Can I even
Lemao.
have you guys? Okay, let me guys even get here.
I mean, I guess reduction to my project, I guess. Like, that could be one.
That's not going to happen just because you get a good travel roll.
Obviously.
You guys get good tailwinds today, as if the sky itself is blessing your journey. You travel twice the distance today. You guys travel twice the distance today. So normally you guys travel on your Ricky Dinky little ship. You guys travel about 15 feet a day. In this case, you're traveling about 30, so till here. If you guys are willing to risk a D12, you can also cover an additional 5 distance in order to reach the next island
Dina,
before the
if
day
you
is
could
over.
do the honors. If you could do the honors, Dina.
What is it?
Do the...
I'm typing!
So
What
explain.
precise
I
die is
said,
it?
okay, I said if you guys are 5 feet essentially away from the next island. I said if you guys are willing to risk a D12, which is represented narratively by you guys pushing your engines a bit too much, you can cover that additional distance to reach the island before the day is over.
Is it a D12, D12, or D12 just a D10?
D12, D12.
There's no need to. We're not under pressure yet. So, go D6. Hey, another one!
Neat.
I am too busy typing
Oh.
up the thing
No, you
for
guys.
Corazon.
No, you guys don't get to go that extra 5 distance.
Yeah.
Your first day ends with that 1, so you guys are currently here.
I thought we were doing these in sequence. Never
Uh.
mind. I guess we can use that for the next one.
The
Yep.
reason why I'm asking is everybody perception a minute.
Hold up. While we're resting on the ship... Actually, no, I would have done this while we were resting in town.
Everybody roll me double insight, by the way, after whatever Ina says.
Okay.
Idea has a bond of admiration with the headmaster.
Uh,
Oh boy.
I don't
Why
think
is
I...
that thing staring at me?
What is?
No, it was in character. The headmaster basically going, "Why is this tiny little thing staring at me?" Okay, 13. That's one success.
I guess we'll just wait for Ina to finish typing and then we can.
Very much.
Because I don't
Did
think.
you roll?
Huh?
Everyone has to roll this.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
It's not really a perception roll, so inspection is the closest thing.
Fucking.
Wait,
You know,
is that the wrong one? It says recall, not inspect.
I mean, they're both insights.
It's fine. They're both insight plus insight. You don't see.
I'm trying to give you a reroll,
You
KD.
don't see
Why?
secondary ammo box item has 3 charges. Replace secondary.
Yeah.
We get a charge if. Yeah. Okay. I give this a go ahead.
Hold on.
I'd say it deals medium fire damage given how powerful.
It's minor fire damage because it's minor fire damage for each remaining charge. So if you get hit while it's full, it'll deal 30 damage.
Yeah. Wait, is it.
And remember,
yeah,
he's
okay.
vulnerable to fire damage sometimes.
Wait. Hold on. Is this optional to use, or do I have to use these first before I get the.
Oh wait, no, this would only explode while he's vulnerable to fire damage. So yeah, this would, if this blows up while it's full, he just goes down. So that's the big counterbalance.
Yeah, that works. I give it a go ahead. Oh, so what do you think?
Wait, no, hold on. So.
What do you?
So the secondary ammo box was. Fucking. Do I have to use it, or is it optional select?
You can leave it somewhere and not use it if you don't want to.
Option select. Okay. The next thing was.
All right.
No, hold on. How
I
much
hope you
is
guys-
this?
I hope you guys are ready to have fun.
Wait. Fucking. Is the so there's 3 charges, so I'm just guessing there's like 3 scales of the damage. Like, what's the scale of the damage between 3 to 2 and to 1?
Minor damage for infusions depends on your level. There's a
And
chart.
okay, where is that chart? If you could just post that picture in the chat, please.
Yeah, damn.
Okay.
Oh fuck, it's holy orders, get down! Kai's gonna cut the ship in half!
Oh god.
I hope you guys are ready.
Kai's gonna greed sever the ship!
Oh no.
Grito Seva.
3 to 7.
Suddenly, large thunderclouds resonate around the sky. You suddenly seem to be entering a very stormy area. Lightning strikes around the ship, just narrowly missing. Storms begin to cloud your way, and as you desperately hold, you see a shadow moving towards you in the clouds.
Oh, fun.
Idea and Corazon, you can't really tell what it is. But
I am
Nova,
not
you're-
in the mech, but the mech is on the scene if this
Yes,
becomes a conflict.
You're not seeing anything. Meanwhile, Nova, you just happen to be close enough to see it, and it's a small ship heading directly for you guys before it smashes right to the side of the prow.
Oh, great.
A few shadowy cloaked figures jump out. Give me a second so I can make the map. This is very spur of the moment.
You know, I thought we were done because we were in the overmap.
Fuck you think. This is I'm not actually gonna say because I'm not gonna spoil anything about this.
I'm assuming this is happening for plot reasons.
Apps.
That's a confirmation.
Where did I open this? No, I don't want to do that. I want to open it in the file. Shit, I stored it in the wrong spot. It's not the best.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot to put a May in the description. Whoops.
I'm already rewording it. Don't worry. Just focus on the thing.
Yeah, it should be may use a charge, not just use a
Upload.
charge.
Later, every time. What can I do? What is the map conditions for this actually? Oh, what the fuck is that aspect ratio?
Oh, also, if we're in the middle of a thunderstorm, this might be a good time for environmental effects.
What do you think this is supposed to be an introduction for?
We're all vulnerable to bolt damage now.
Okay, that looks ugly as shit. I have to adjust this. 300. That's 2048.
Also, I'll just say it. The reason I think we can understand the names of gods now is because one of the terms of our contract with the headmaster was knowledge. The permission to have his knowledge.
Neat. I thought it was up to power, not just knowledge. There. Here it is. I feel like I've seen this before. I don't know why.
No, it's just a generic ship map. It has nothing about it.
That's probably why I saw it before then.
I can't tell if this is the Xrd version of Holy Warriors or the SSH cover.
This is the Korean one.
Ah. Wait, I thought the Korean one wasn't Holy Orders. I'm thinking of Korean XX, and it's probably something else in other games.
Maybe, I don't know. It's been a bit since I did this one as well. Either way, I'll now put the enemies on the map.
We're not gonna fight them now, though.
No, this is just set up. We'll be ending this here. Don't worry. Oops. Oh shit. Map layer. Oh god, what did I put? Okay, back to normal. Oh no, these guys are automatically put in GM layer for some reason. Wonderful.
Check.
Actually, I guess with the ammo box, you could choose whether or not you have it during the declare equipment phase
Yep.
of initiative. Because declare equipment is one of the steps in starting a combat scene. Or a conflict scene.
One. Right, you guys see all these Nova, put your token down right in front of these guys.
Okay, wait. Where?
You don't see all these guys?
Oh, over there. I only look at the bottom part.
Yeah. Idea, put your token where the ship wheel is. Ina?
I did it.
Okay.
I don't know why it's small.
Expand it. Nova, Corazon, feel free to put your token somewhere in between the two of them.
Which two of them?
Nova and Idea.
Okay.
And this is basically what happens just as you guys like enter the storm.
Alright, hold up. I'm going to change the modules I have active before the conflict scene starts.
I mean, we're not gonna go to conflict now.
We're not doing conflict
Not this
today yet.
session, but like I can't change them once conflict starts.
Okay.
Also, you have an environmental hazard active.
Lightning.
Flexible plating and counter are now inactive, and flight is active.
Neat. Right, I modified the thing. Extra munitions. Check the chat, enough. Extra munitions. I've pinned it now. Right. So
In this case, what's happening is the elemental aura effect. So everyone currently gains a resistance to fire permanently and a vulnerability to lightning and ice.
wait. Hold on. What?
Currently, you guys are in the middle of a thunderstorm, and as such, you get an elemental aura effect.
Basically, it cancels out your big overheat thing and also makes everyone vulnerable to bolt and ice.
Yep, he said.
You wouldn't be vulnerable to ice, actually, because it cancels out the vulnerability and the resistance cancel out.
No, when I'm in overheat, I resist ice and I'm vulnerable to fire.
Yep, which is the opposite of how the storm is, and the two cancel out.
So, okay, so I just take normal damage when I'm in overheat then. So the only thing I'm vulnerable to, technically speaking, if I'm not in overheat is...
Bolt.
Bolt, yes. I guess I'll just write that down in the TTRPG chat.
The crew, Nova, you guess these guys are probably pirates or something. That assumption of yours changes when this guy in the middle, the one with the beak, looks directly at you and says, "Well, well then, it seems our prey has come directly to us, yes, men. The crow sends his regards, young scion." Now come, shall we make your clipping quick and easy, or slow and deliberate? Please choose the latter. It's been quite the hardy days traveling in these little storms, you see. Don't worry, if you make it fast, I'll even let your little boy toys back there off quick. Not that it'll matter for a princeling like yourself, I'm sure.
What? Wait, who's he calling princeling?
Nova.
Ah, okay. Corazon takes huge offense to being called a boy toy and just aims weapon ready.
Adia? I actually don't know if I could do this yet.
Aren't you in the
But
mech?
Adia prepares
Both of you are still lurching after the boat rammed.
Yeah, that
after
makes
the other
sense.
boat
Yeah.
rammed into this. Nova
'Cause,
was the only
yeah.
one prepared. Both of you haven't really caught up with the situation yet.
I don't know if I should or shouldn't go get in the mech or wait until initiative time and use an action. Because this is the
Only Nova
pre-combat.
has-
Can I actually do
only-
things? Can I not do things?
You
Moment.
too can't do things because you fail your role. In your case, it would probably be a check you have to pass to see if you can do anything. Horizon is just flat out knocked onto the deck. He's just ass over
Yeah.
tea kettle from his tree.
Yeah. What check would I roll to get into the mech before initiative starts?
Dexterity in this case. It's literally you're just actually no dexterity plus insight. Because you're trying not to slip, but you're also trying to go fast.
12.
You succeed. Actually, 1 second.
So Adia runs around the wheel,
1 second.
hops over the
one second.
banister,
Actually, I want to just
and
check
runs
something.
below deck to do something.
Yeah, 1 second. Before that happens, as that's happening, let's see. These guys. Yeah, these guys would be good.
But yeah, Adia is below deck.
Right. As you run into and under the deck, you hear the thunk of a few. You hear the heavy thunk of something above the door frame. Now, don't worry, boy. You'll get him next time. Our beaks are sharp as ever.
Hold on, I gotta take a piss real quick.
We are done with this session. Don't worry.
We're not gonna do the fight?
No, obviously we're not going to do the fight now.
Okay then. That's fine.
Alright, if we're ending session, I want to do the cool thing that I was going to do when initiative starts.
Yeah,
now.
sure. Go. Let's wait for them to finish pissing. Then you can do that.
No, go ahead. I can hold it in.
Okay, 1 second. I'll cut the music so everyone can hear each other.
Is it, should I go?
Yeah, go.
As Adia runs below deck, a few seconds pass as they do something, and then suddenly, Cygnus, the mech, comes flying out of a hatch at the back of the ship, and flies forward to just hover alongside the ship.
Well, I'll be. The boy toy has a mech even. Make a good present.
I dropped the wrong token, damn it!
Dumbass.
Cringe desune.
Cringe this.
It's also small.
Wait, who's that supposed to be? Could you post it in the chat? Cause I don't see the full image.
It's not a full image. It's just the face.
Yeah, I know. No, but I'm looking at the characters sheet right now, and Cygnus the Mecha has a full portrait. I want to see that.
That's the Ikagura.
Yeah.
Ikaru. I don't remember which one name it was.
Yeah, is it? Just post it in the chat, please. Thank you. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Wait, isn't that from the anime as well?
Actually, currently, it has all of its plates jettisoned off, and you can see the biomechanical base under the plates.
Okay.
Because I turned off the plating module so that I could fit the flight module.
The what?
I turned off the armor module, so I don't get the extra defense, but I can fly.
No, the what module? The flake module?
Flexible plating module.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the default basic armor module it came
Okay.
with. I turned off flexible plating encounter to make room for flight.
Nice.
The man with the crow mask excitedly claps his hand together, or rather claps his chest with one hand, seeing your mech in action. Well, I'll be. The boy toy has a mech, man. We'll be eating good tonight. One of the men in the back, awkwardly raises and claps his hand. The crow continues unabated. And that's where we end the session.
Also, the mech is the wrong size.
Dumbass.
You're a 4x4. I mean, you're a 2x2, so here.
Yeah. Wait, shouldn't your token be inside now? Like, shouldn't this thing be gone?
No, he's hovering by the
didn't
ship
delete
side.
it. Yeah, but yeah, he's not. They're not there.
Yeah, could you just delete that real quick then?
I'll put it
There
in
we
the,
are.
I
Yeah,
was gonna
there
put
you
it in the GM lab, but alright.
So yeah, there's the. So yeah, I think that's that.
I will before we end the session, I'll just say this counts as a hard fight, so good luck.
Yep. Hold on. Should I be recovered or am I still sick?
But everyone's
Your
fully
debuffs
recovered
are
right
gone.
now.
You rested.
Okay then.
Yeah, everyone's debuffs are gone. You just don't get any pre-fight actions.
I'm just gonna keep my dazed on because it does nothing.
No, remove it. What are you
Remove
keeping it
it.
on for?
Okay.
It does
No
do
wonder
things.
Okay then.
No wonder
there
you
are
are rolling
enemy
so
skills
shit
that
on
interact
inside.
with debuffs.
I mean,
We
no.
saw them
Those
in
are
the
dead.
last fight with the golems.
No, I said I have a D6 insight. Yeah. Okay.
I
No,
know,
I get what you mean. I
but
get what you mean.
still have the effect.
No, I was talking to Azure when he said about the why I rolled shit.
Well, anyway, that's
Yeah.
that for the session.
Yep.
Good job, men. We live to die another day.
We live to die another
And-
week.
In fact, before we all leave, I will create the new event right now.
Fuck. Right. Well, I guess I'm ending live. Thanks. I guess thanks everyone for playing, I guess. Right, that's fucking
This
Well-
was session 5, so I'll rate this as 6.
3.5 hours, man.
Yep.
This was a nice one.
But yeah, right now,